bring you home.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another stream. Hope you boys are having a wonderful, beautiful day. How's it going, everybody? Welcome back, boys. Welcome back to another wonderful, beautiful live stream. Boys, we got ourselves more 5v5 1v1 duels on the day. How you guys doing? Welcome back. Welcome back. Boys, hope everybody's having a wonderful evening. Hopefully we'll get some NA duels up and running. Let me get some music back up in here as per usual. Get some tunes rolling. And we'll be hopping on. Seeing if we got any groups up and running, dude. Let's just hop on right now, man. Yo, last night I stayed up until like 7 in the morning working on that video, the double Lego one. I'm gonna do something simple for tomorrow's video, dude. I'm gonna do something simple. I need my sleep, man. I need my sleep. I was sleeping up until about 2:30 and I felt like a zombie the whole day, dude. Let's look at my coffee here, so sorry if I'm sipping on that. That's literally the only thing that's keeping me alive and awake right now, dude. I want to hop back in bed. I'm not even joking. What's up, G? How you doing, my man? Gaming, Tension, Master Plan. Master Pain, how you doing, my man? Lofty, Soren, Zachary, TMSS. How you boys all doing? Welcome back to the regular. Let me get on the Dala Edge boy and get some duels up and running. Let me just polish out the coffee real quick. Just chug it. And that'll do it. All right, now that we hopped up on coffee, this is where we get the duels up and running, dude. Why am I drooling? Bro, literally, I feel like a portion of my brain is still asleep. Like, I feel like I don't have full control of my body. I'm not even joking. Night King with a 5-man. Right? Are you sick? Bro, I just haven't been getting any sleep. That's my problem. I don't know if I'm sick, but you know what? I'm gonna get sick if I keep staying up until 7 or 8 in the morning. Dude, I'm not getting sleep at all. I'm literally not sleeping. That's my problem. I don't think it's being sick. It's just me being stupid and dumb and not able to manage my time. But it will be fine for the day, boys. What's up, Bruda? How you doing, fam? We got a Night King with a 5-man ready to go, boys. We just did a second group over on the NA and we'll be good to go. Horde or Alliance? FF players can even get updates in the PvP? Bro, I don't even know what FF is all about, dude. But last time I tried PvP, it was a while ago, like a month ago or so. Me and Kren played the game a bit together because she was playing and she was like, you should come back. I was like, all right, F it. Play through the story. I was like, okay, cool. Is that it? I didn't get hooked, dude. I don't know what it is. I just couldn't get hooked. I don't know, dude. I felt bad because everybody's like, oh my god, this story is so good. And you're just like, it feels like you're missing the concept. It's like everybody's seen Mona Lisa and you're like, that just looks like a chick in a dress. That's about it, bro. You know, like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just dumb. Maybe I just can't appreciate the fine art. Yes, indubitably, this is the finest craft I've ever seen. I'm just a pleb. I'm just a plebeian. I'm just a simple folk. I just don't get it, right? There's got to be some sort of big art aspect to it, and I'm just like, just don't see it. I'm blind, dude. Got no taste. Do we have a second NA group? We just need a second one on Horde Alliance. Who's got a second group forming? Even if it's an alliance group or a horde group, either way works, man. Can't wait for Endwalker. I'm glad you guys are excited. A lot of my guildies want to play, but they want to play for the raids. So a lot of them are getting like, well, not a lot. Okay, so there's like a team of like 4 dudes so far. 2 of them already played the game somewhat on and off. 2 want to start it up for the raids, and they've been trying to form together a raid group, and they've been having a hard time doing so. Like, they want to get a full guildie group, but it's like most of our guildies can't even get past like the section where you purchase the game and activate your account. Like, it's this, long story short, it's like really convoluted because it's a company in Japan and you have to go through one website, but then you have to make an account in the second website, then there's the third website, and they're all linked together. It's kind of like when you make a Battle.net account, you just do it on like WoW website. Here you got like 3 different websites you have to jump through, and it's just like, even just, I don't know, every time I have to re-up membership for that game, if I ever want to play just for funsies, I feel like I have to relearn. It's like getting back on a bike. I don't know what it is. But a lot of guilds like you can't even get past that, so they're just not even interested. So then there's like 4 of them. They need +4 more, and they're like, well, they literally were like, hey Dal, how about you get some of your viewers? Then we'll have ourselves a 8-man team. I was like, I mean, I guess like if I probably could scrape some people together, but it's kind of a girly game like WoW forever, man. Yo, you know what? Whatever you like is whatever you like. Whatever game you enjoy, whatever game you enjoy. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, yo, this game owns, this game blows. Play whatever the hell you like. Like in the end, that's exactly like that's how I am with covenants and classes and specs too. Play whatever the hell you like. Like I really don't care. But yeah, they've been trying to get a group together, and they got 4. They need 4 more, and they've been struggling because it's like pulling teeth for the rest of our guys. Like, I don't know. I was thinking maybe I should try it with them, but it's like, I mean, they're only for rating, but that game is so big on story, and it's like, unless you like the story, you probably shouldn't be playing it. Or, I mean, I guess do whatever you wanna. I guess it could be like Max and his limit team. The boys are just running in, slamming through the raids, almost one-shotted them. Mobos, what's up, Mr. Fox? How you doing, my man? Duel Mobos, let's go, boys. We get some duels up and running. We need +1 for Mikey. Wow. What group are you, Horde or Alliance? Is Mikey Horde or is he Alliance? Horde. So you guys should join Mikey, Wolfie, Quathalots, 5V5 1V1 DUELS, Dalaran, Earn Conquest. I like how it says Earn Conquest. I love that. That's so good. Alrighty, let me post exactly how to join the duels if you guys are interested in joining the 5V5 1v1 dueling action, boys. Let's go. What's up, Silent? How you doing, my man? Hope you're having a good one. What's up, Rick? How you doing, my guy? Here we go again. It's time, boys, and it's time. What's up, motherfucking 5V5 1v1 duels? If you guys want to join the Horde group with a Wolfie, hit up the player versus player pre-made group, custom PvP, find a group, top number 5 if you're struggling to find it, because it'll be called something like a 5v5 1v1 group. I don't know what this group 5 cap, a group of 5, I have no idea what that is. But if you find the 5v5 1v1 duels, hit sign up, join in, they'll get a 5th. If you guys need to advertise your groups, feel free to do that in the chat as well. What's up, Dal? Ventherian Faylord here to watch the stream. Yo, Atho, if you guys didn't join our Discord just yet, you guys should, because you'll see amazing screenshots like this one of Atherman, who literally figured out a way. Yo! Is that Sajuk? Is that my man Sajuk? My guy, my man! Oh my goodness! Look at that wonderful, beautiful badge. Yo, can we get a hashtag Saj in the chat, boys? Thank you so much, man. Appreciate you, my dude. For the continued long-term support. That's like either the 1 year or the 2 year badge. I can't remember at this point. It's been a while. My man Saj, dude, long-term supporter of the stream, of the channel, homie right here. Love you, buddy. Appreciate you so much. Hope you're having a wonderful evening. I don't even know if he's in chat. Hopefully he's in chat. Hashtag Saj. See if we could call him out. But yeah. Atherman literally figured out how to be Venthyr, Necrolord, Kyrian with a big old pigeon while wearing the Nightfay armor. Speaking about Nightfay armor, ya boy got Max with all 4 covenants in his rogue as of yesterday. While waiting on my video to render, I was like, you know what, let's just run some Torghast, let's get some dailies done. And I got to the point where I could do some renowned callings and I maxed out Nightfay. We got Nightfay, Max, Kyrian, maxed out, Necrolord, amped up, Venthyr, been big since the start. What's up, Sajuk? My man? It feels good to be back home. Let's go, my dude! Hope you are having a good one, my guy. Where you been? What do you mean back home? You have to go out? You have to leave? Were you traveling? Were you on vacation? Hope you were on vacay, dude. What do you think about the double Lego greenskin blunderbuss? Can be fun for one-shot setup. That'd be awesome. However, we already know the double legendary will be 1 covenant Lego and 1 non-covenant Lego. So double setup with greenskin blunderbuss will be really fun because there's like a bunch of pistol shots and just literally rapid fire machine gun spec. But you will not be able to do so, which is a little sad. So if you were to like do some kind of build that synergized, I guess maybe like, I don't even know which one of those would be better actually. What would be a good... Dude, we're probably going to end up playing Celerity with plus any other Covenant Lego. Like as Kyrian as Venthyr, most likely. I mean, Venthyr I think would be kind of fun. I wouldn't mind that one at all. I think that one with versatility would be pretty big. But yeah, kind of limited. Hey, what's up, man? How you doing, my man? Hope you're having a good one. Even Dalian folks, Vicanti, how you doing, fam? Hope you're having a good one, man. Hope you're having a good one, my dude. Oh, shit. Yeah. I think it's... You know what? on one hand, it's like we're gonna have less customization in terms of the double Legos, but on the other hand, there's probably gonna be a lot less. That song got really hard at the end there. That's the kind of shit I used to listen to in high school, dude. Like really, like the double foot pedal on the drum, just constantly banging into it, dude, non-stop. At like Mach speed, dude. Like big jitter legs going on, right? Like sort of crackhead speed. That's the stuff I used to listen to all the time as a dude just yells obscenities into a microphone while the other guy tries to really hard to break the strings on his guitar, like how fast he's picking it. That's what I used to listen to. Terrible music, but I don't know, I was so into it, dude. It wasn't even about the music, it's about just how hard could they go. Took a long time from WoW and WoW couldn't get real life to do. Yo, that's fine, so Juke. Sometimes you gotta do it, man. You gotta worry about real life, you know what I mean? Gotta worry about yourself. We got Mikey. Mikey, I was still 4 out of 5. I was still looking for +1. Boys, Mikey, still looking for a +1, man. We need one more Hordy. Who's interested in joining the 5V5 1v1 Duels? Night King is ready. He was itching to get some duels up and running. Mikey just did a +1. One more homie to join the group. And we're ready for the 5V5 1v1 Duels back to back. Promise some classes of non-good Covenant Lego. Or only one we again will be locked for one Covenant. Possible Vacanti? Possible, that's a good point. However, what if they were to buff a lot of the Covenant legendaries? Because our classes will have these legendaries permanently equipped. Those legendaries change the way our Covenant abilities function. They add extra functionality to the Covenant ability. So this is where you tune the legendaries to make them even better. Like the Kyrian Arcane Mage is good by itself. You don't need the Lego. So this is why they need to tune that legendary to give it a different effect or a buffed effect where it just amps it, makes it better. So then you can kind of even some of the different gaps. So this is like, okay, so if everybody has like different, because this is perfect. Mages, right? As a fire mage, Night Phase ahead of everybody else. Bar-wise, like Necrolord's a little bit behind, Kieran's a little bit behind, Ventir's not super far behind. You amp up the legendary to get those bars a little bit closer to one another, right? You just buff whatever the effect is until the sims get them really close. And then if you're not changing the soul binds that much, the only thing changes the gear and tier sets, and those will affect the class-based abilities, which common abilities will affect them to some extent. But if you just were to add extra value on those Legos, which can be tuned, you can shore up some of the different gaps between the Covenant abilities. Like if a Covenant ability is very single target focused, you give it an AoE counterpart. I think it'd be really good. I think it could be really good. So our duels will get on running as soon as we got one more already for Mikey WoW's group. And then we'll be good to go. Boys, just need a +1 and we're good to go. What is this guy doing? I'm gonna fight you. Hold on one sec. I'm gonna fight you. Hold on. Let me get the... What is the appearances? Purple Phantom? Look at us fighting each other. I think I'm losing though. Are we even fighting? Try to leap on him. Oh, I got him. I think I knocked him down for a sec. Oh, he got me. What the hell? I don't think we can hurt each other. Shit. Hold on. I got it. Yeah. I think he knocked me down. We're missing each other. How are we missing each other so much? We're knocking each other down, but we're not doing anything to one another. Yeah. Look, I knocked him down. Yeah. Did nothing. He sweeped me, but it's missing. I think it's because we were in Orbos, maybe? Maybe it's because we were in Orbos. Okay, I got sweep. Yeah. I didn't sweep. Oh, man. There we go. Huge. Get Goomba stomped, bro. What the hell? He actually knocked me. Hold on. Hold on one sec. Yo, I got you. Hold up. Oh, come on. Jab. Sweep. Yeah. No, apparently I can't do it. Leap. Oh my god. Yeah. We're trying to sweep each other. Why can't we hurt each other? I don't know why we couldn't hurt each other. That's a little unfortunate. All right, he can have fun. I'm not gonna participate anymore. I'm done. You win. You win. You win. There we go. We did a +1 still for Mikey. Wow, I'm big to go, boys. Let's start the videos and we'll get them up and running as soon as we can. Great, even more power for monks and Jews, less power for shamans, for example. Well, I don't know. We'll see what the tier sets say, right? Because they could also bridge a lot of the different gaps for different classes. Because the tier sets they mentioned are going to be amping up our class abilities, which I'm so excited for. There was a lot of us in the guild were thinking that when they add tier sets, they're probably just going to amp up our covenant abilities. They give us simple things like a proc for extra agility, strength, or whatever. But it said class abilities, which I'm really excited for, because that means our classes probably fundamentally could change the way that we are played. I'm hoping it'll be fun stuff like amping up the bleeds for the feral druid, just bleeds to make him very dot heavy. How cool would that be? Because cats are about bites right now, but what if you were to give a 2-piece, 4-piece bonus that amped up the damage of bleeds more than bites, so then being all about bleed kitty became a lot more important for raiding, for example, and maybe even mythic pluses. What if you could do, I don't know, what else could there be? Maybe a big obliterate build, so you were incentivized to go a 2-hand frost DK for extra physical damage with a blitz. What if you were to play an unholy build that's more about shadow damage and damage over time, so you went for more dot-based gameplay rather than pet summon gameplay, and you went maybe for the gargoyle because that does shadow damage, stuff like that, you know? Like you were incentivized to play a different build and different talents that synergize better into that 2-piece, 4-piece set bonus. I think something like that would be awesome. I don't really know what else they could do for like other buffs, but like there's so many cool ideas they could do. Just adjust like slight bits of gameplay where you could perform. How do people get to do rated or resume me on a full conquest gear on rank? How do I get people to do rated or resume me when I'm full conquest? I'll put up a LFG, make a group yourself, and tell them, hey, trying to get some rating, looking for other players that are starting out, and get some other people that have the same experience, and then dive into arenas together, have some fun, learn together, pick up some experience. Once you have experience, you can make another group, and then say, hey, I have a better experience, and get people with a very similar setup. You can always make your own groups yourselves, or just try apping. There's probably other people out there that are around same rating or same experience that will also play with you. Like playing with another person of the same skill level and learn together is probably the best thing to do. This is why I usually do with friends though. Stick requests like FF14, Gizmo added character. Yeah, that'd be kind of cool if we got Tinkers in the game. That'd be cool in the future. Because based on the cost of base legendary price alone, most people will be locked into one common again, just due to the gold cost. I don't know, gold cost has been going down since Vacanti. I know, like gold at first, like was a pretty big, hefty thing about upgrading Legos, but I mean, like for future tier sets, no, I think Blizzard's gonna do, oh, we got a 5-man, let's go, Mikey, unlist the group. What the hell, is a healer? Mikey? Hopefully you can get that heal swap to a DPS, my man. I don't want to see no healing my 5-5 1v1 duels, my guy. Whenever you're ready, my dude, let me know. Because Night King has been itching and waiting for a 5v5 1v1 duel. Yeah, but I think what they will do is they will do what they did for 9-1. Like, they released that item where you can, everybody started flooding the auction house, and then the prices of the Legos went from like 600,000 down to like 20,000. Like, they plummeted. Like, it became a lot more affordable, a lot easier to go. And I'm pretty sure they're going to do the same thing. They're going to add some kind of like a way to craft it, but then also add a way for players to like drop the prices down as well. I think, because they're already starting off this 9-2 stuff with all catch-up, so like, I think they get that, you know what, we're just going to start off with catch-ups to begin with, like, baked in. And it would make sense to not do the same thing for what they originally did to solve the legendary cost problem. I'm pretty sure they're just going to bake it in. It just wouldn't make sense otherwise. You know, at this point, like, Blizzard, like, you might as well make all the best choices, because everybody's shooting himself in the foot, and they made changes already based on player feedback. I'm pretty sure 9-2 is not going to be that different. Like, that would be just the dumbest decision ever. Like, I mean, if that's what they want. You know, I'd be surprised, dude. All right, boys. We got some 5v5 1v1 duels up and running for the day, boys. Let me get the music up and running, too. I mean, I got tunes now, but I want to get my dual mix in here. This is going to be an interesting start. I like this song. I'll dig it. I dig it. So, Twitch. We got ourselves Team 2 together with Bakey in the back as a good old Feral Druid. We got Chill Pills with a good old Night Elf. Chill Pills can be a night elf? Bro, a night elf. That is so weird. Cast the Lord chilling on the Gladiator Mount. Reverence in the back as well as Chicago. TKO as an enhancement Shamans. We got ourselves Altis over on team 2. We got ourselves Boichi Desu. We got ourselves Supreme Kai, Wolfie, and Zikala. Gonna be first up as an undead survival hunter. Starting off with a Flayed Shot versus Chilpas. Where is your pet? Oh, you do have a pet. This is a slime. It is literally the slime. AMS up for Chilpas. It's gonna get a stun onto Zikala. Trying to go for the big grippy hand, just trying to stay near him. It's literally on the lip of the ramp, and it's gonna be Zikala trying to see if they can break away. Do they have a turtle shell? It's gonna go for a turtle shell lane. That has a dot on him. It's not gonna be enough to melt them. It's gonna have to find a way to CC Chill Pills in order to get himself a little bit more survivability. Freezing Trap waiting for him. Feign death, but it's the real death. Wolfie gonna be up next, and it's gonna be a death strike out of Chill Pills, sacrificing his ghoul, catching up on a lot of health. Zikala came in, trying to see if they can make a play here. Gonna be a juke onto Wolfie, trying to see if he can walk and Chill Pills, and he actually Shadow Melded. What is this? He literally Shadow Melded. Wolfie looking for Chill Pills, did not realize for a second until he had Shadow Meld, and literally saw the Chill Pills was nowhere to be found. I feel like Chill Pills could have saved that Shadow Meld for a while. I don't think Wolfie would have been able to figure out where you at. But Chill Pills probably, you know what Wolfie knows? He knows. A Chill Pills the Night Elf really turning around and slamming down big obliterates onto Wolfie with a stun. Is that going to be tricking out of the Shaman? It is going to be tricking with the silence as the sentence comes out. Chill Pills might have to rotate defenses. That is going to be one strike. Second stun to follow onto Wolfie as they're dropping down. Massive Wind Fury damage potentially. Chill Pills taking a bit of damage. AMS up. It's going to get a blind. Wolfie use that very defensively. Dark Pact, or Death Pact rather. Necrotic and out a portion of his health, making sure to land a Chain of Ice onto Wolfie, but does have a lot of his health caught back up at the very least. Waited out for the Earth Elemental, and Wolfie has Chill Pills a little bit on the run as Chill Pills playing a little bit defensively here. 30 seconds until Pillow Frost is back up as he gets himself a full flash cut up and running. Wolfie is still slow, but those Chains of Ice could have goes to Wolf over to Chill Pills, but the slows are so brutal actually. When you think about it, Death Knights have one of the best slows in the game when you think about it. Chain of Ice is massive. Sunder onto Chill Pills, unable to bust through the flesh of the green marble covering Chill Pills. Holds strong. It can't take an impact damage from Wolfie with those big maces combined with the elemental damage. Chill Pills going for the big damage. Stun to Wolfie. Got himself the grippy hand, everything. It's going to be a silence on Wolfie, unable to cast a heal. Chill Pills does end up smacking him down with the Abomination Limb. And next up is going to be Altis opening up with an AMS into immediate silence for Chill Pills. Got a grippy hand of his own. Chill Pills trying to see if he can blind him out. It's going to be tricky for Altis as he got himself grippy hand. Still unable to catch up for Chill Pills. It is going to keep chasing after him, but you are a Frost Death Knight. Chill Pills has the same ability as you do. Chain of Ice, the only thing you can really use to slow the enemy down, but you can't really speed yourself up. So better Chain of Ice him early. It is going to be chains exchange for both of them as Altis still holding on to his flesh scarf. I'm pretty sure this man is not playing a dual wield build. He has to be an actual two-hand. He's just using the artifact weapon, right? It looks like he's kind of just like running circles around Chill Pills. Is he just not confident that he could win? Maybe he just has him on the ropes. Altis down on offensive coolness for a bit. Besides the dragon, Chill Pills is getting some CDs back very, very soon. Can you recover? He needs a little bit of healing here, but Altis not really doing enough damage where Death Strikes can amp up the healing too much. Triples could go for a Lichborn and try healing himself. I wonder if you go for a Lichborn, can the other Death Knight mind control you? Because you can mind control undeads, and I wonder if you Lichborn if you can't get MC'd. Gonna be Silence, Intro, Stun, Altis, IBFs with an AMS. Try to deal with some of the damage from Triples. Is gonna be that stun with the dragon that doesn't hold long at all. The Triples got some damage. Altis doesn't have a lot of health. It looks like they obliterate for Triples being a 9-elf. Extra long hands, got that range, slamming it down against the other Death Knight, showing him who is the DK Overlord here. Supreme Kai is going to be up next as a Nightborn. Oh, I can't tell what kind of eyes you got, but you're definitely using some of the new customizations. Supreme, trying to see if you can suplex down on Chill Pills. Chain of Ice is Chill Pills' best friend. The images are doing quite a bit of damage. Supreme Kai overshoots with a roll just by a little. Try to see if you can roll back towards Chill Pills. The slows are just so delimitating right now. They're just absolutely suppressing any movement. Supreme Kai does not play the jab legendary either by the looks of it. Otherwise, you would have had a much easier time staying on chill pills. I can't tell if you have the big eyes or the small eyes. The narrowed eyes is what I really like on Nightborn. In cap on the chill pills with a karma chill pills. Just trying to hoof it out of there. Gonna be more slows as Supreme Kai overshoots yet again. He needs to cancel out that serpent kick as soon as he can in order to just catch up to chill pills for a quick second. He wants to be able to stay on top of him. So far, Chill has been able to avoid a lot of the bursts between Zawen, Images, as well as BDP, trying to meet Chill Pills with the Fist of Fury Lexia, but as he trinkets out of it, Supreme Kai doesn't really have a lot of defenses to work with. No trinket anymore. Actually, trinkets wide. No, he did get a trinket for a last second, and then an obliterate came slamming down. And Bonchi Desu is going to be up next as another enhancement shaman, already having to wall and sitting at less than half health. He's going to have to start healing as soon as possible. Chill Pills trying to end these duels quickly before the dampening ramps up, and we were seeing only 3% dampener. Chill Pills getting blasted with Wind Strike, trying to show big heals, but Bochessa just goes in for the massive chain harvest, doesn't give him much of a chance, and has the momentum scaling into Chicago next. It's going to eliminate the totems from Chicago as it tried to lock down Bochessa. He still has quite a bit of damage rolling for a little bit. Stunned by Bochessa. Is going to try to see if he can land a hex in Chicago. Going to be a trick for Chicago with an interrupt. It's going to be a short interrupt, doesn't keep Bochessa locked out of nature spells for too long, and it's going to be a sentence out of Chicago. Bochessa can maybe get himself a hex out to Chicago. He might be able to CC it, trying to see if he maybe can get himself healing. That's going to be that. Oh, was Chicago dropping down? Did they drop down the ground? Chicago doesn't even have grounding totem. Chicago didn't get an interrupt there, but didn't get a grounding totem either. Maybe Bochessa dropped down the grounding, but Chicago tried to wind shear and the grounding absorbed it. That might have been what happened. Into a storm, into a fusion after that Sun combo, but just to find himself extremely low in health. Does he have any more healing? He has the mana, but is the Maelstrom there? Chicago maintaining themselves fully in healing, almost drained the life out of Bochessa with that Phaeton's fusion. And that's going to be Bochessa actually turns some damage around to Chicago, though Chicago has plenty of healing. Playing Junai does have the healing Naru heal. It heals him over time, which is a lot more amped than the original iteration of it. Wall up for Bochessa is going to be stuck in place for a second, trying to deal with the totems, trying to deal with Chicago, and actually turns the damage back towards Chicago. Chicago maintaining that lightning shield, so playing the lightning elementals. Looks like Bochessa is also lightning shield as well, so he's going for as much self-heals as possible. Earth elemental joining fight for, I think, Chicago. It looks like Chicago, since the elemental is attacking Bochessa. And the Orc, the Horde, the Team 1 Shaman is a little bit behind on health. He has the mana, but does he have the Maelstrom? It looks like he was using... Who used Ghost Wolves just now? I think it was Chicago used Ghost Wolves, wasn't it? Oh no, I think it was Bochessa that used Ghost Wolves. The Ghost Wolves, though, are attacking the Earth Elemental, which is super unfortunate. Maybe that's what Bochessa is attacking right now. But at least he didn't get himself some Maelstrom. Chicago is going to have Earth or Ghost Wolves themselves. And that's going to do quite a bit of damage to Bochessa. Does get a full AoE stun. Does Bochessa have no damage? Massive procs out of nowhere. Wall up for Chicago, but there's still super low Sunder into a stun. Bochessa is super low in health. I think it might be over. Does get himself a heal last second. Chicago is back down to being low. Does Bochessa have enough to stop him? Looks like Chicago is going to be able to get out of there. Going to be Dora shadows for Bochessa. Trying to see if he can catch up to Chicago. Chicago with a Night Fate soul shape. It looks like Bochessa is right on their tail. This is such an intense duel between these two shamans. I cannot believe it's got this close. It's just a back and forth battle between the two. And Bochessa tried to see if he can get this lava lashes out to Chicago. Chicago super low in health. Doesn't have a lot of mana to work with. As long as they have Maelstrom, they might be able to sneak in one heal. There goes that one heal. Ghost Wolf to try to stay and heal themselves while and Ghost Wolf just continuing to heal. Maybe getting some Maelstrom from their lightning shield. Bochessa with that massive chain harvest. Sunder onto Chicago. Trinkets out of it, even though the Sunder didn't last long at all. Wanted to make sure that they get away out of that CC as soon as possible. Sunder back onto Bochessa with a stun of their own. With a Chariot's Fusion. Bochessa does go for an interrupt. Looks like Chicago had to delay that Fate by a second. Maybe it wasn't off cooldown just yet, and we're just trying to see if they could end it there. Gonna be a sentence out for Chicago. So is Bochessa. Both of them just blasted each other with wind strikes. Who's gonna win? Bochessa with the wall of Chicago needs to heal and has blown down. Oh my goodness, the shaman. This guy right here is actually just nuts. Oh my god. Bochidesso. It's Bochidesso. I keep saying Bochesso. It's Bochidesso. Whoever's up next, this man is at least going to be able to get some mana and heal up. Whoever is dueling him is at least giving him the honor duel. Reverence looks like is going to try to see if he can get a gateway. Bochidesso at least. I'm going to call it Bocchi. Bocchi at least lets him get a full gateway up and running so that Reverence might have an easier time. Reverence pushing in versus Bocce, summoning up a Tyrant. It is going to be a massive mortal coil into Bocce, as well as the Tyrant blasting him out. Stun Totem coming down onto Reverence. It's going to stun all these pets. Bocce might actually have to back up out of there. That is also an Obelisk down. The Tyrant continues to get blasted around the corner. Reverence trying to land a fear. It looks like it is going to be grounded by Bocce. I was thinking maybe it was a tremor, but it was just a ground. And Reverence might have used a... Did they use a Decimating Bolt? Reverence might have not used a Decimating Bolt just yet. Trying to get a slow into Bocce with a stun. Decimating Bolt coming out of Reverence as she's blasting damage. Massive Demon Bolt onto Bocce. Bocce with barely any health. Last Demon Bolt actually almost killed Bocce, but he did take a heal in between of it. And Reverence continued to push at Bocce. Trying to get more hand cooldowns out of those insta cast. Bocce leaping in. It's going to go for Chain Harvest, getting a bit of healing, some damage to Reverence. It's going to trick it out of the Mortal Coil. It's going to be Obelisk down. Reverence, though, taking a bit of damage. She decides to jump down with Wall and should be able to maintain themselves for a bit here. As Bocce staying on the top side platform, getting stunned by the Felguard. The Felguard not letting him get a lot of self-heal. Bocce dropping down a healing totem. Reverence with a couple instants. Needs to go for another Decimated Bolt with a CC chain into Bocce, though. He's going to jump down, maybe with a port upwards. It looks like Bocce decides, I want to stay up above. I want to stay up here. I mean, he's going to hit some pets, get some mana back up, get some cooldowns back up. He's trying really hard to get Reverence to somehow get juked on the port. Gotta be that Thunder. Reverence does port, but he doesn't go back up all the way to the top. He's actually just going to use the mobility for the port, just to gain some distance. Looks like the Felguard is it down, is still up. So far, Bocce did not take down the Felguard. That's going to be a Mortal Coil. Reverence has himself a good setup with a Tyrant. Could be massive Demon Bolts to follow. Do they have the procs now? Bocce diving behind the pillar, as that is a lot of damage coming out. Needs to get a stun and CC on all these pets, trying to avoid the Tyrant as best as possible. Reverence trying to find an angle, but she is unable to. Bocce just cuddled back there, but the demons might end up taking him out before they know it. Instant cast with Demon Bolts coming out. Bocce does not have a wall for it, does have the Maelstrom, as well as the mana to deal with it. Another port, but Reverence interrupting their flesh craft, and Reverence is trying to get the hell out of there. And Bocce getting hit with a stun. Super low on health. Another Demon Bolt does a ton of damage. Needs another heal. Hand cooldowns coming out. Needs more Maelstrom. Gonna be a Chain Harvest off of those pets into an Ascendance. Just trying to do whatever they can. Maybe range damage for versus Reverence is all they might need. Needs a bit of auto attacks. Wind Strikes is not able to continue attacking Reverence unless they jump off the bridge. Reverence definitely has a port backup unavailable. Mortal Coil sent as Bocce dives under the bridge. Fear coming out with a Decimated Bolt to follow. Could be really bad. It's gonna be a leap. Does Reverence have any instant cast? 1, 2 Decimated Bolt. Do they have a third one? And the third one takes him out. Reverence able to keep playing and battle Bocce. Yo, that was such a good duel. Chill Pill slamming out of the park, but Bocce holding ground strong. You like the night of gameplay? I did, Chill Pills. I didn't delay the phases because of mana. Oh, okay. Well, I was mana. Okay. I didn't even realize, because I saw you stand there for a second. I was like, was it a cooldown thing? I didn't even realize it would have been a mana thing. That was awesome. Let's get another one up and running here, boys. That was great. I loved it. Yo, I think Bocce and Chicago will have to have a rematch or something. That was such a close deal between the two. I love that. Chat, what'd you think? That was amazing. I love that. I loved every second of that duel. That's how you start a 5v5 duel on NA, boys. That is how you start it. Okay, and we are at 52. Awesome. Mikey, ready? Night King, let me know if you're ready. We'll go. Good to go, boys. Release the Pepsi Kraken. Dude, I haven't had a Pepsi in a while. Between Coca-Cola and Pepsi, not gonna lie, chat, I kind of like Pepsi more than Coca-Cola. Just a little. I think Coca-Cola is fantastic. I like a backyard grill, you know, homemade burgers out of grill. But I like Pepsi everywhere else. Like movie theater, I'd rather have a Pepsi than a Coke. But that's just me. Like, it's so similar, but a little different. I know that Coke is like the more popular one, and it's like, we don't have Coke, but at least we got Pepsi. I don't know why. I don't know why I like it. Let's go Chicago, do it. Let's go, boys. Switch, Chill Pills, my man. Yo, watch it, Chill Pills coming out as a Night Elf. A Night Elf, boys. A Night Elf. That's just nutty. I like the shadow modes too. You actually got a juke on the shaman with that shadow mode. So like it works. It's actually kind of big. Oh man. Alrighty, boys. Switch. Got ourselves Altis over on the team one with Bocce in the back. We got a Supreme Kai and Tyler Hacker. Oh, Taylor, my man, I remember you. Rock Shifty, yeah, I remember you, guy. Yo, Taylor, thank you so much for the 1 EU big bone dono, my man. Can we get a hashtag Taylor, my guy? I remember you, my dude. I remember you, my guy. It's been a while, huh? You're the guy with the rollerblades. I remember you. We got Wolfie in the back, as well as Supreme Kai, as well as Zekala. And Zekala is going to be up first, changing the Mogs a little, versus a Reverence, and Reverence is going to set themselves up with a gateway portal, and just saying out only team one side. Zekala making sure to get a Hunter's Mark in. If Zekala watched that last duel, then they would be aware that Reverence got himself quite a bit of damn as a Demonology Warlock. The procs they got with a bit of CC is going to be huge. Got to be Zekala just getting some dots up and running on to Reverence. What is this Mog? That actually looks fitting together. Like all the parts all coordinate. That's actually kind of awesome. Going to be forward to Zekala as the pets are going to be set behind the pillar. It's going to be a Harpoon as Muzzle actually getting Muzzle getting juked with a trick out of Zekala as they get hit with the fear. Reverence is going to get the charge up and running. Going to be a stun, but Zekala getting big damage in Reverence. It's going to take a portal out of there with a trinket. Zekala got himself a little bit of healing. The pets are still on Zekala. He needs to land inside those pets as best as possible. There is an obelisk allowing those pets to do extra damage. Going to be a Zekala getting hit with the stun. Reverence with the hand go down. I think the Decimated Bolt is going to set him up with Decimated Bolts for Reverence. They have the biggest bolts available right now that might do the most amount of damage here, especially versus Wolfie. If they get a set of Demon Doggos in, Wolfie could be in a world of trouble. Wolfie is literally less than half health from 3 Decimating Bolts into a Mortal Coil Fear combo. Demon Doggos joining the fight. Wolfie has no health at all. Needs to heal ASAP. Needs Maelstrom as soon as possible. What happened there was Reverence got themselves a Decimated Bolt as the Hunter was about to die. The Hunter was in the execute, so Decimated Bolt did the most amount of damage. Just more damage to lower the target's health, so I think it had a really high damage increase. The harder Decimated Bolt hits, the harder whatever the ability you will shoot out afterwards that empowers it hits. So those Demon Bolts were doing almost 200% more damage. Big Decimated Bolts to the Wolfie, but he's got massive Wind Fury to turn it around and does land the kill there. My goodness, good thing he had that Earth Elemental. Otherwise, that could have been really bad. Garen no help to survive it. Kaz the Lord charging in. But can Kaz do it? Wolfie getting a bit of damage in, but he's just going for Maelstrom. He wants to mostly stay away from the Paladin as the Paladin. Ramping up damage, massive Seraphim, huge burst of Wolfie. Trying to go for a Hex the last second, but Kaz, she was quick enough to swipe him out of there. With Supreme Kai going to be up next as a Necrolord, swapping on his shoulder. Wait, one shoulder one way, one shoulder the other. Is that what you're going for? But let's take a protection for Kaz, and she doesn't want to deal with any of that Supreme Kai burst. And Supreme is going to have to bail out of it. That was Zuen, that was full set of images, BDB most likely. So Kaz would just say, you know what, I'm just going to immune it. That's everything. I'm just going to burn a big cooldown, and then I'll have to deal with it. Supreme has mobility. The Kaz will not be able to deal with much. And Zuen is doing quite a bit of damage behind the pillar, like freebie damn. You know? Freebie damn. Supreme trying to keep himself afloat. Just gotta get a boop into Kaz. Kaz got a little bit of the range damage though. As they build a holy power, Kaz is able to get massive final verdicts. Is it final verdicts? I think it's... Is it final verdicts or last verdicts? I think it's final verdict. I know it's final wreck. I think it's final verdicts. But getting the big verdicts that have the bit of extra range to them and have a chance to give him free hammer to throw out Karma for Supreme Kai, as that is going to be shoulder vintage popping. Kaz decided, you know what, I'm just going to blast right through it. Supreme Kai got himself even more defenses, big kicks on the Kaz. And Kaz is going to back up for a second. Verifies for Supreme Kai, but he has no defenses anymore. Needs to get away from Kaz as soon as possible. He's going to sprint the hell out of there, get himself a full flash scuff rolling before Kaz can approach and go for a rebuke. Kaz still trying to get a rebuke Lexium, as it's going to be Fist of Fury from that Spinning Crane Kick. I think that was a Spinning Crane Kick proc. As Supreme Kai got quite a bit of burst, is going to try to get slow as Kaz is able to free themselves with a hand of freedom, keeping themselves afloat, trying to Word of Glory themselves as much as possible. Supreme Kai got himself a nice setup. Defensively, the flash cut is going to hold on for a while. There's going to be a set of images as well. Could go for big damage. The kicks coming down. Do they have a BDB? Fist of Fury as Kaz is going to activate massive wings. Could potentially bubble this. This could be really bad for the Paladin. Can Supreme Kai finally no longer has a Necrolord shield. Kaz is super low in health. Continue to just Word of Glory. Not even a bubble. How do you have the nerves of steel to not press the bubble when you were literally at 2 health? BDB is down for the Monk. Could be anyone's game. Stun onto Supreme, and looks like Kaz should be able to take him out. And how did this Paladin rely into? How does this Paladin strictly just rely on Word of Glories there? How do you not bubble that? Nerves of steel on that one. As Altis got themselves a slappy hand. Kaz tried to see if he could get away, but she just used her big immunity, her big all-out card. Does have a Warlock Hellstone from the Warlock down. Using it right here, saved it until the last second. This is going to be a quick stun by Altis, as a lot of their cooldowns is down. Shield evidence up for Kaz. And Kaz is just looking to punish Altis, who is going to back up out of there for a bit. Hannah Freedom keeping the Paladin moving. All Altis can really do is hopefully get some healing IBF out of this. Hammer of Justice and Cass gonna just retreat for a second, getting whatever range damage they can onto Altis. Doesn't really want to be in melee with the Death Knight as they sacrifice the Ghoul, regaining a lot of the precious health. Cass out of defenses for about a minute. Altis trying to get the most damage possible is going to get an AoE stun onto Cass, and Cass is going to human racial out of that stun just to maintain themselves best possible. Second Son comes out with a blind to follow as Altis get himself a flesh cap just to maintain. It's going to be about 30 seconds or so before Cass has a Shield of Vengeance. If Altis can make the most damage happen here, got himself a Blit, trying to make the most setup happen. Cass trying to see if they could duel him, but the Obliterates are actually just chunking through Cass's health. And that's going to be a silence to follow as Altis trinketed. Cass got wings up and running. I don't know if it's a proc wings or real wings. Try to see if they can turn the damage around to Altis. The anti-magic shell should keep him afloat. Only 15 seconds on a Shield of Vengeance. Altis AMS is down. Maybe Cass can make something happen. That was just a proc of wings. And Altis just trying to see if the Obliterates and Frost Strikes will be enough with Remorseless Winter, if any of it will be enough. Trying to get himself more resources. Will this be enough? Got himself Songaroo open before they were able to get a Pillar of Frost. It will not be enough as Cass does get a Shield of Vengeance. Seraphim and wants to go for big wings proc. Altis, do you have anything to live this? Death Strikes need to come out. Not enough runic power, and Cass is able to slam him down. Bocce is up next. No Shield of Vengeance, no Blessing of Protection from the Paladin. Bocce needs to end this duel quickly so then he may be able to be ready for the next set of competitors. Cass cannot be the only one making these duels happen. Gonna be full bursts out of Bocce with Bloodlust. Chain Harvest trinkets out of it just to eliminate the Paladin. Did not want to let him get away. Jumping into Chicago and just continuing momentum. Gonna be immediate wall for Chicago's Bocce going in with the most amount of damage possible. Full Ascendance rolling. As Ghost was joined for Chicago. No Ascendance for Chicago this time around. Earth Elemental joins the fight. I think the Earth Elemental is Bocce's, so there's going to be a defensive for them. Chicago's super low in health, but with the Ghost Roll playstyle they're going for, I think the Elemental build, they do have a lot of Maelstrom building. Bocce. Also, what's to note, as a Shaman playing Elemental Shield, not the Earth Shield. That is something we don't see often. Normally we see a lot of Earth Shield play. Massive Fatal Suited for Chicago, get a Bocce to about half his health. Bocce being an orc does not sit the stun long at all. Ellie Blast on Chicago is going to drop down a grounding totem. Bocce knows the ground totem is down. Could go for a hex if they wanted to. Bocce get himself a little bit of healing. Chicago with the Ghost Tools though does have Ghost Tools up often. Is going to try to see if they can soul shape next to Bocce just to stay aggressive with him. Sunder with a stun. Got him some big bloodlust. Could be lots of big damage. That's going to be Windfear totem. Everything. That could be massive damage for Bocce right now. Does Chicago survive? It looks like Chicago is able to duel him just fine. And Bocce is the one who's actually in a bit of trouble, even though he's the one popping up damage. Hopefully has the Maelstrom, definitely has the mana. Might be a little bit low in mana now. He's not getting those crit procs. He's not getting the big hill crit procs. Big Ellie Blast by Chicago, putting Bocce in a very unfavorable position as Bocce is super low in health, trying to go for a Chain Harvest, and Chicago does end up taking him out. Changed up their build, but did enough changes in order to make it a little bit more of an even fight. With Cass slamming out of the park with 3 kills back to back until Bocce was able to lock him down for a second and give his team a chance to maybe compete. Maybe someone else on team 1, the team with the Paladin, to play the game. Let's get an up and running, boys, yeah? Let's get another duel up and running, boyos. That was a fun one. How many of you guys are ready? You guys are wondering for the Mog? Yo, I do like it. Look at the colors of the Smog, bro. Zikala. I like it. Look at that helm, the chest piece, the tabard. Like, all of it has like a same color scheme of like this darkish blue, grayish look. I like it. He's a Necrolord chest with the pants of Venthyr and the gloves of Venthyr. Man, if only the gems of Venthyr were green instead of red. But either way, it looks good. I like it a lot. Again, I wish the gems weren't like green and red, but besides that, that looks great. I thought it looked awesome. Alright, 5 still? Alright, we'll get another one up and running, boys. Won't even waste any time. Just gonna get back in there as soon as possible. Okay, got it. Cool. Can't believe you remember the roller skating dance so long. It has been a long while, Taylor. Hope you're doing alright, my guy. Press thumbs up, beautiful people. Yeah, if you guys enjoying the stream, give it a thumbs up. I very much appreciate it. That healing lull, yeah, it is a ton of healing, honestly. Alley power, dude. Alliance is slamming it out of the park tonight. Looks like we got a switch up on Team Horde though. Interesting. I wonder if that same shaman is swapping maybe on their monk and like, you know what? Let gloves come off. I like the fact that there's variety though. 2 kids later thinking about coming back to retail. 2 kids later thinking about coming back. 915 is a pretty good time with 9-2 on the horizons running soon, and the May Shower coming back. I think 915 is a good time. Dan, how you doing, my man? Hope you're having a good one, my guy. Welcome back, my man. Welcome back. Hope you're having a good one, my dude. What's up, homie? What's up, Derek? How you doing, my man? Boys, how are you doing? Hopefully everybody's having a wonderful evening. That Shaman is Pog. Dude, the other Shaman is Pog, dude. I like his name. I like his name a lot. Alrighty, boys. Let's get another up and running. Switch. We got Team 2 together with Bakey yet to play the game. Chill Pills is a night elf. We got Kaz the Lord. Gonna be first up by the looks and with Reverence in the back, as well as Chicago. And Kaz is gonna have to be versus Zakala in the opener. Zakala switching the Mog again. They got Mogs for days. Wolfie in the back. We got us a Supreme Kai. We do have PFP on the group. Let's switch in real quickly. It's a Supreme Kai. Oh, shoulders are different, so I kind of like that. Gonna be a trinket pretty early out of Zakala. Big damage coming out for Kaz. As Zakala got big damage, it's gonna be actually both of them super low. It's gonna be quick acceleration by the Hunter, as Kaz has to go a little bit defensive since they can't really get up next to Zakala. Does have the pet to at least get Crusader strikes off of, so it's gonna be opportunity for them to get Board of Glories. Gonna be a Harpoon with the Freezing Trap of Zakala, trying to see if they can exchange some CC. With Kaz jumping up with a feint death for a second. Manic bandages, maybe a camo to follow. No camo. Kaz is going to close the gap, but she gets trapped inside of the steel trap. Hand of freedom to keep himself moving. Zakala gets a flate shot, but Zakala super low in health. Do they have anything at all? Pet sack maybe at all. Kaz is not at waste, but this could be it for Zakala. Maybe Turtle does survive it. Narrowly, however. If Kaz had anything, if she had anything at all for damage, that might have been the end. Freezing trap, meaning the Paladin. That's going to be a feint death for Zakala as they do a little jump, and that's going to be a camo. And the pet, did the pet die, or did someone resummon it? Is that what happened? This was the pet, maybe? Look, they whistled and the pet kind of came out of nowhere. Gonna be Kaz getting tagged up again with Chimeric Poison in the opener with a stun right after. Zakala getting up in melee, getting those Raptor Strikes, but wants to make sure that they disengage and stay at range. Kaz does not trip the Tar Trap. It's gonna run into the Steel Trap. Steel Trap is actually stopping Kaz from being able to attack Zakala, trying to throw whatever hammers and range damage they got, but cannot get a melee, cannot even reach with the final verdict Lego. Even though the Lego has like a 10-yard range, just doesn't have the reach right out of it. Can't even make the damage happen. Cass picking up a bit of healing from behind the pillar. Zakala trying to maintain the range damage, trying to go for the shackles, but the shackles breaks before they're able to get the line of sight to connect. Zakala trying to do whatever damage they can towards Cass, but the Paladin is on their tail, getting lots of healing. There goes the sippy cup from the Kyrian. It looks like they're just gonna kind of sit still. The steel trap there, or freeze trap, they're completely avoiding it. Did you taunt him earlier? I swear to God, Cass taunted the Hunter earlier. Or slash reward at him. Gonna get those finishers. Trying to avoid that freezing trap. Zakala trying to hiccup at the freezing. It is finally gonna proc. And there it goes. Zakala able to finally get himself a little bit of reset. Maybe a feint death and a camo is gonna hit with a judgment stun onto Cass. Getting some range damage in. Potentially could be big damage right here. Chimeric Poison slowing down Cass. Is going to silence her for a moment. Steel trap. Kill shots coming through. Cass is going to get a proc for wings. There's going to be some survivability here. They get super extremely low. Zakala just needs to win on the kill shot. Do they get one? Getting dots up and running. Cass is going to Word of Glory to get himself rolling. Getting the hammer procs out to Zakala. But the kill shots are continuing to be extremely deadly. Zakala at no defenses anymore. Hammer of Justice. Cass. Wait. Shrink at the last second. Feint death with a jump. I'm not sure where they jump, but the feint death definitely does go through. Camoed, but then they ended up getting dots on the Cass. I'm not really sure why. Flake shot. Cass just needs one more global from range. Is going to slam down into the Hunter. With Supreme Kai going to be up next. The Paladin did get warned on offenses, but the bubbles, the immunes, all that stuff is still present. Supreme Kai trying to maybe separate the cooldowns a little. Zuen just getting used by itself without any other CDs. Getting a little bit of a longer rolls. Trying to go for Elixir for the Cass. BDB burst with everything bubble for Cass as they expect the biggest damage out of Supreme. Decided, you know what, I'm just going to bubble it. Could have bopped the 2 actually. Actually, is that... would a bop have been better? Or bubble would have been better? I feel like bop... Zuen can still get some damage in with BDB. Could have been bad. Maybe that's what they bubbled. Because it is mix of magic and physical. Gonna be the images back up with the whirling dragon punch, but I believe that might have missed. Karma onto Cass and Lord really early on. Cass still holding onto a blessing of protection if they need it. So that's still a big immunity. Getting the wings proc as Supreme Kai sees those wings, bails out of there immediately. Mind to go for a flesh cut, especially while the brew is up, while they have Fort Broom, which has given him a little of defensiveness. Gonna be a Ring of Peace to boop the Paladin out of the way. Fist of Fury to parry him down. Maybe get some damage. Cass walking away out of that Fist of Fury parry with a hand in front of him. Supreme Kai wants to go for another Fleshcraft. Needs to get himself a big old shield as soon as possible. Whirling Dragon Punch, maybe Spear Hand Strike. Cass trying not to get interrupted as best as possible. And Cass's wings coming up very, very soon. BDB out for Supreme Kai, trying to pop off some trinkets. Maybe Fist of Fury to lock down Cass. Cass gets himself a Seraphim. Stun Supreme Kai with wings to follow. Trying to make the biggest damage happen. Is that going to be enough, though? Do that with Finisher. Hammers. Fleshcraft. Oh, slam it down before the Fleshcraft can coagulate around the monk as they summoned up the necrotic powers to cover themselves. Cass was able to split it with the power of Holy Light itself. Blessing of Protection as the wind joins the fight. BFP is going to back up out of there with a just crackling chain lightning onto Cass. The images that continue to chain lightning on Cass, I don't know if that does any damage. Going to be Blessing of Protection falling off. Fist of Fury flying, and the images are able to get some damage. BFP with a massive kick. Cass with the Shield of It is taking lots of pressure. BFP just trying to push out the most amount of damage. Cass under pressure with a Hodge onto BFP. Trinket side of him immediately, and it's going to activate a dampen harm just to continue the pressure rolling. Gonna be a Wake of Ashes for Cass. Maybe can get a Wings proc sometime soon. Potentially, if they get a Wings proc, they might be able to live this. Wings proc up right now, but no word of glorious. PFP tries. I think might have been a touch of death. Right in the jugular, hitting the pressure point, and the Paladin falls. Is it up next to Pills? Is it Bakey? Bakey finally getting a chance to play? A Feral Druid finally gets a chance to play? I think maybe we've seen way too many of those guys on the youth servers. Way too many Ferals, especially with Papa Come Back. Papa Come Back is the funniest Feral ever, in my opinion. BFP is able to get a flash cut. Bakey did not interrupt. Lexip onto the kitty cat. Could be big damage. Bakey popping a Barxian. BFP getting a bit of damage to Bakey, but you can see the nerves towards BDB. You can see the bone does brew nerves already. 32% damage reduction. PFP did not have images or anything to combo into it. Convoke onto PFP. Does see a full stun, but somehow still alive. What was that? How? Did Convoke not just shred him and ravage him? Bakey just tried to make sure he's away from everybody else. People even backed up for that Convoke to let it do its full thing. And PFP somehow lived it. Was Bakey's Convoke just saving the biggest bites for the last like 0.2 seconds? I mean, must have been, right? Must have been. I don't understand. I don't understand. Bacon trying to see if he can scoot it away from PFP, as the monk does not have a trinket for 30 seconds. Could be another setup. Bacon most likely playing that 1 minute Convoke, right? Unless you're 2 minute. I'll be surprised if you're 2 minute. PFP getting an lecture. BDB, you're going to be checking out Bacon whether the thorns are going to be up. PFP goes for Fist of Fury, but then denies the Fist of Fury. Doesn't want to get hit by thorns. It's going to back up and retreat into the room completely. Bacon sitting in a bear form. Getting hit with an in-cap. I like how they kind of did something weird with animations, where on freezing traps or Ring of Frost or even in-caps, like there's a little bit of this like movement. Like normally you freeze when you get hit by the CC, but now like there's some movement once you get hit by the CC. Sometimes like you even start wiggling. Like in a freezing trap, you always like trying to warm yourself up. Like you're just shivering inside of freezing traps. Not on purpose. It just looks like the animation is supposed to freeze, but then it doesn't. It just keeps repeating. It's kind of funny looking. It doesn't detract from the gameplay. It's just visually interesting. You know what I mean? Zakala's pet play dead. Was it? Oh, really? Gonna be stun FPFP trinkets out of it as the Convoke comes out. Does not want to allow that Convoke. The last time Convoke happened, he lived it. But this one, I don't know if he's gonna live it this time. You better deal with it as soon as possible. Flesh cut up versus Bakey, who doesn't as Skullbash towards the tail end of the flesh cut. Actually does deny quite a bit of that flesh cut. Never mind. Not even the tail end. We are at the 8-minute mark, 21% dampener. You're gonna see the flesh cut and all healing abilities starting to take a bit of a hit from here on out. And Bakey using all that mobility as a Night Feed just bails out of there looking for that reset. He's gonna get it no matter what. That mobility is massive. PFP trying to see if you can find him. DC able to, unable to for the time being. I might just have to go for, I don't know, if we got no flesh cut, got no nothing. It's gonna set up a port in case he needs to reset. Bakey has definitely got the element of surprise, definitely got the opener, unless PFP wants to pick up the eye. It looks like he's heading over to one of the eyes. Spinning crate kick randomly. It's gonna be Bacon not able to get a stun opener onto PFP. Was that a shred opener? BDB with Alexium. It's gonna be all images. Do they get the most amount of damage? Big rising stun kick. Not enough to kill Bacon. The Barks did hold strong. That's gonna be quick roar as Bacon looking for the reset. Trying to see if they could dash it out of there. PFP getting hit with the main, Bakey with a convoke, getting big bites, and that's going to be done for the count for PFP. Wanted to make sure that convoke went through and lived it until convokes basically didn't play the game unless you're convoking. Oh man. PRF is Prof. Alt Monk. Oh really? Well, he did really well. Just convokes are hard to deal with. Gonna be immediate IBF out of the stun as Bakey gets hit with a blind. Gonna be a stun to follow for Altis as they're trying to get the remorses, which will stack up onto Bakey. Bakey trinkets out of it. Altis trying to stay on top of Bakey. It's gonna be a second stun with the dragon to follow. Massive obliterates to throw out afterwards. Frenzy region by Bakey with thorns to follow. Altis could maybe pop a MS for those things. Gonna be a regrowth for Bakey. As it looks like Altis is gonna back up out of there completely. I'm surprised Bale Altis decided to give up on Chase, but with the DKs, oh, Death and Decay kind of on the wall. Is that even going to hit anybody? I mean, maybe it hit somebody, right? Is it ticking? Something's ticking on him, but I'm not sure if it's the pets, the Kevin Slime, maybe some of the Death and Decay. Hard to tell. Hard to tell. But Altis is going to have to wait up until all these bursts back up again. Bakey, I think, is just going to wait out until Convoke is back up. I think that's literally their plan. No more Trinket for Altis. No more IBF either, so actually might be pretty bad. Bakey with a maim is going to go for a big Convoke. Is that going to be enough? They're Convoking him down. The good old strat of pressing that button that kills the target. Just making sure you get a full stun on them. Going to be Wolfie. Try to see if they might be able to AoE out Bakey, but Bakey retains stealth, avoiding the stun totem completely. And Wolfie getting hit with an opener as Bakey getting some bleeds up and running. Is going to have to find a way to bait a trinket out of Wolfie. Maybe the next time they have a big old maim that might force Wolfie out of it. Maybe he needs to go for big damage to Wolfie. Maybe Convoke it. Is going to have to find a way to do it. It also wants to make sure that all these pets are no longer present. Like Ghost Wolves and Earthly could actually eat a lot of that Convoke damage. So those buys could just go into those pets instead. Convoke is just going to pick a random target and just use a random ability into it. It doesn't really care. Going to be a root out to Wolfie. If maybe Bakey can root out their Earth Elemental, get a stun to Wolfie with a big old Convoke. Looks like, is Wolfie have a trinket or did he trinket something earlier? I think it's a UI bug. I think he does have a trinket. It just looks like an RUI that he doesn't. But I think he has one from the get-go. It's going to be Bakey actually putting in some pressure into the Earth Elemental, trying to go for a Cyclone, Wolfie interrupting it. If Wolfie can just get on top of Bakey some way, somehow, and get some damage in, going to be a Cyclone onto the pet, maim onto Wolfie, trinkets out of it immediately. No more interrupt, actually. He interrupted the Cyclone way earlier, so Wolfie actually could be in trouble. Chain Harvest, as Bakey just continued to blast damage. It's going to be full ascendance, but Bakey, oh my goodness. I don't know if they meant to get a kick out of Wolfie that way. But that was perfect. They got a kick out of him, and that's it. They can't interrupt Convoke unless what did they Sunder? I think they Sunder earlier. What did they do? Stun totem? They can't stun totem. They can't Convoke it either. That's unfortunate. That's actually so much damn. Alrighty, boys. Do we still have those groups, or you guys want to get some new people in there? Open up the groups, maybe get some new bodies, fresh faces in. Let me know. Let me know. But if you're good to go, we're good to go, boys. I'm down to go for more duels. Welcome amongst for the win. Yeah, they're pretty nuts. Alliance or Horde or both. We actually have both groups. Cast swap of tunes sounds good. Otherwise, 5. Awesome. Nike, let me know when you're ready. Michael, let me know when you're ready. Yeah, we have one Alliance group, one on Horde as well. 4. Mike is looking for +1. If you guys want to join Mikey, go. Or if you want to join Nike as well, if they're looking for groups. Or if you want to make one yourself, go to Play Versus Play, Premier Group, Custom PvP, find the group top number 5 in the search. And groups should be populated, especially on the Horde side, for NA in just a moment. You'll be able to join Mikey in his group in just a second. And Gunther, you can join him if you want to. More than welcome to. Today is NA, Saturday is NA, Fridays for EU. Remember that, boys, remember it. I can always get that question. When is NA? When is EU duels? I started posting like on Discord in announcements, which you guys should join, by the way. Like whenever we're doing NA or EU duels, hopefully that makes it a little bit easier. Me, Blood DK, and a friend Propeller. Both max gear of 5 lasted 35 minutes in Legion. Could be more if you didn't get bored. Yo, tanks dealing each other. Got 5? Awesome. Alright, Night King says he's got 5, so we'll get Mikey Wow and Night King back up in the duels, boys. Back up in here. Give all you boys a chance to compete and play. Get some water real quick. We got a hunter. Oh, let's go, boys. Another one. Another survival with the crows. Interesting. Interesting. Alrighty, switch. We got ourselves chill pills together with Cass on a Demon Hunter, with Pepsi in the back as a Feral Druid. We got ourselves some Reverends over here, as well as Chicago. More of that enhancement, Shamansman. Looks Chicago went first up versus Aussies over on Team 1. Prof as a Windwalker Monk. We got ourselves a Varang join us today in the duels. We got Wolfie as well as Zakala in the back. Zakala, you got a Mog every time you duel. You literally got like a Mog. It's like faster car for you right now. Literally every duel. And you has the Mog available. Who's going to be first up? Is going to be last? Is Pepsi going to be first? Looks like they're sending out the Feral Druid for Team 2 immediately, while Team 1 is trying to figure out who's going to be first up. It looks like it is going to be... How does Zakala get to go first every single time? I swear, Zakala has been in these duels first up on the plate every single time so far. What's up, Son? How you doing, man? Let's go, my dude. What's the new... any favorite class Covenant combo? Outlaw Rogue, Necrolord, and Mythic Pluses. I would say Cylon. So far, it's been enjoyable. Also, Assassinations and Night Fae has been very, very enjoyable, too. I really like the soul binds, but so that's so far. I still gotta put a video on that though. My favorite class Covenant combos. I'm exploring a bunch of them, man. I'm playing with all of them. Zakala dropping down a Steel Trap, maybe flaring out the Pepsi. Almost got him out. Pepsi's a Kyrian. A Kyrian Feral probably has the biggest burst available. Wait, doesn't Pepsi normally play Boomy? I'm wrong on that. Maybe Pepsi is the Feral. I know there's another Boomy in there. Zakala getting opened up on Pepsi. Not going for the big Kyrian burst just yet. Looks like he's gonna wait out, stun onto Pepsi, do the trinket out of it. Zakala getting all the dots up and running. Pepsi taking a bit of damage. Grenades coming out. That's gonna be kill shots too, with a chimeric poison to follow. Silence onto Pepsi. It's gonna have some of the healing and damage reduced. Bark Skin is used maybe a little late, but it's trying to recover a little bit of healing. Zakala getting a couple kill shots, grenades around the corner, continue to make the damage happen. Pepsi is just under pressure into a short stun versus Zakala, into a big Kyrian burst, trying to make the biggest bites happen. Do they do it? Skull Bash, big bite. Zakala super low in health with an acceleration to keep himself afloat. Pepsi trying to make the most out of that Kyrian burst. It looks like there was that. Freeze the trap onto the opponent. Pepsi has a trinket if he needs to. Zakala catching up on a lot of healing. Pepsi could be in trouble. Does get a stone onto Zakala. Wait, maybe Pepsi is the one who ends up making trouble for Zakala. Looks like he went in for a sippy cup. I don't know why he had to power shift out of it, but looks like he went for a sippy cup. Maybe he's trying to go for regrowth. Maybe rejuve Swiftmend. I don't really know what affinity he is. Maybe Resto? Gonna be a stun to Pepsi. Trinkets out of it. Zakala's pretty low in health. Is dropping down a freezing trap for Pepsi as the Pharaoh's ready to go. Look at that evil cat smile. And then it's going to be Zakala throwing down a flare, making sure the cat does not get a proper reset. No rake stun opener. And Zakala needs to make a play right here. Might need to turtle shell this. Pepsi, do they have enough dam? Big bite to follow. The bleeds are in. Zakala feign deaths, and then the real death happens. It just hits him. Pepsi hit it with a Hunter's Mark, but should be able to recover a little bit of health as Alties charging up next. How are you so fast, by the way? How are you so fast there for a second? Was that Dust Advance or something? Did you see how fast that man was moving? Unless this guy's lagging a little. Maybe he is, actually. Could be. I don't know. What's there was Manroth? Maybe it's like Australia. Pepsi catching himself a reset. Alties is going to either have to go pick up one of the eyes. He does have a flesh cup, so he should be okay. I guess the opener by the Feral. That is a kitty cat, though, so the bleeds are going to go straight through your armor, with the survivability that is more or less questionable for Death Knights. Pepsi does have a lot of that physical damage, the bleeds and the bites. The bleeds definitely go through the armor. The bites will be kind of nerfed, but Pepsi got a lot of big bursts. Gonna be thorns up, so even if Altis wants to respond, he will have to pop AMS for it. It's gonna be a stun to Pepsi as he got himself a grippy hand available. It's gonna be more muscles to turn up, but Altis though is gonna have to go for death back really early on. That thorns was the bites to do a ton of damage to Pepsi. Just savages him down. I wonder if the thorns damage is bugged by the Kyrian, because that is a lot of nature damage. Because he just continuously keeps slapping and attacking, and the thorns, I think, keeps doing damage to the Death Knight. So I wonder if that's kind of like a wombo combo. He just kind of like ends up karming himself in a way. Gonna be stunned by Rang. No trigger for Pepsi. Does Rang have enough damage? Looks like he got big bites into a big kill shot, taking the cat out. Somebody had to take a druid out. Somebody had to take a kitty out for a walk. Chicago trying to get some damage in, but looks like Rang got so much damage from afar. Chicago is going to have to get up and melee, get Maelstrom. Going to be that turtle show really early for Rang. As the Earth, as the Raptors are out for Chicago. Swapping the attention onto the Raptor of Rang. And it looks like actually just focusing down his pet as fast as possible. I wonder if he's going to have the pet healed. Better to get a healed rolling for your pet as often as you can. Rang trying to get himself some damage. Keeping him melee as a survival hunter, which normally survival hunters really go for a lot of range play. Is going to need him to get himself a heal. Chicago getting a couple different blasts in there. Catches him in a freezing trap in that flurry of raptors and the earth elemental. Rang is definitely going to have to go for feign death. The pet is going to be in combat. Looks like the earth elemental actually... Wait, is he? No, he's still back here. He's just beating up his pet. He just put him in the corner. Rangat, no health whatsoever. Stun onto Chicago. It looks like the Earth Elemental is switching targets. Rangat, no health whatsoever. Oh, and it's going to be Chicago with a big old zap from afar. Bruff is going to be up next as a Necrolord Windwalker Monk. We are hitting that 5-minute mark. And hopefully Chicago will be able to do something here. Chicago is actually has a lot of their offenses and defenses still after that duel. Going to be a trinket with a soul shape immediately out of there. Trying to stay away from Prof. Just trying to use mobility. Massive kick by Prof. What was that? What was that just now? Big old kick. Massive uppercut. Just right in the jaw. And there goes Chicago's head just popping. Oh my god. Every bone in that spine around the neck just cracked upwards. Jesus Christ. That was a lot of damage. My god. Reverence trying to put some friends over there with Prof. Keep him company. The one friend that Prof made, Chicago, he broke it quickly. He broke his friend. Gonna be decimated bolt. Prof was caught at kind of lowish health while the decimate bolt happened. So that means demon bolts are gonna do a ton of damage. Demon bolts just shredding through Prof. No health whatsoever. Dampen harm as a mortal call runs him in the other direction. Prof is gonna be attacked by all these demons, all these spells that do very, very little damage. So dampen harm reduces the damage a little, but it's not going to have the bigger reduction. The harder you get hit, the more damage reduction. The smaller you get hit, the less that damage reduction. You have a lot of these imps and demons doing little bites, so I don't think you're getting a lot of... Are you getting a lot of value or little value from Dampen Harm? I think you get little. Interrupt on the flesh cut. Prophets denied that setup completely. That's going to be the Felguard, empowered by the obelisk that's that Reverend set up next to them. So that pet is attacking him, Mach speed. Gonna be the pets joining in. Leg sweep onto all the pets. BDB bursts up. Reverence taking a bit of damage. Gonna be a wall up in the early. Warlock Jacket punch to follow. Gonna be fear right after. And Reverence does recover a bit of health. Gonna get himself a Warlock Healthstone. Reverence sends out a Mortal Call at Prof, and she sets up another Decimated Bolt. Not gonna be the biggest Decimated Bolts. Those Demon Bolts still do hurt, but it's not gonna be the biggest Decimated Bolt possible. 2 Demon Bolts. Instant cast ready to go. The Demon Dog is trying to charge in. I don't think they actually get a bite into Prof. The bite does come out. They get a proc for a secondary bite. And Prophet's going to get a quick in-cap to Reverence. Shuffle around to the other side of the pillar. Got himself that chi wave to get a bit of healing between him and the pets. But he's just trying to recover in health. And the Felguard with his Mortal Strike effect. All the pets doing the damage they do. They actually are keeping Prophet's health a little bit down. Finally able to wait out the pets. Demon Ball is just continuing to barrage at Prof. Needs to recover. Needs to get himself a good setup. Reverence was able to summon up a Flesh Grab. The green marble coating around them. Keeping a protective barrier that absorbs all impacts of physical, magical, piercing, blunt, and chaos, and otherwise damage. I was just trying to think of like different types of damage you could have. I was thinking maybe I could go with like World of Warcraft, like Chaos, Frost, Holy, Physical. But I was like, you know what? Let's add some RPG elements to it. Piercing, bludgeoning. Reverence trying to set some pets around the corners, bro. That's gonna be the second Felguard. Wait, are you getting? Was that a random proc? Wait, does Reverence summon random imps? Oh, you are. They do. Okay, so Reverence does summon random imps from time to time, and they summon a random another Wrathguard on top of Prof for a second. Just randomly can summon demons. I kind of go like I will Dan. Gonna be a quick in cap onto the bed, making sure there's no interim. Prof is actually able to wait up until they get a full flesh cup. Prof stalled the game a little bit in order to get some defenses so they can approach Reverence maybe with the most amount of damage. Quick jab to Reverence is going to be a Mortal Call as Reverence sends Prof running in fear in the other direction. Going to be immediate trick and Prof getting stood up in the opener. Reven's going with the end of the fear. Decimate about to follow. It's going to be a dampened harm right now with a demonic tyrant joining the fight. Reven's going to have a lot of damage. Going to be a karma onto Reven's. Decimate flash cut up and running, but it's something deep knockers onto Prof. Prof is going to go with serpent kicking over to Reven's. He's going up melee. The tyrant is continuing to blast it. Prof doesn't really have a lot of health to work with. Going to be a stun, but Reven's trying to get some demon bolts in. Prof is going to back up out of there as they find himself super low in health. Could be a stun by the Felguard. Double Felguard on him right now, or just one now. There was two for a second. Oh no, it wasn't two. He can have two because he's summoning random demons. Gonna be Zoen. There's a drain soul or drain life target stun into Prof around the corner with Demon Doggers jumping in with a Demon Bolt charging, but looks like Demon Bolt was not the most empowered one. A Reverend's able to get himself another flesh craft. Actually, I wonder if Prof can get a cooldown reduction on his flesh card because those demons do disappear. I wonder if that counts as them dying. Because every time something around you, every time you walk by a corpse, you reduce the cooldown of your flesh cut a little. So I wonder. I wonder. Reverend's trying to make sure their max range is going to siphon some of the health, share the health with the Felguard. I wonder when you siphon health, do you actually like lose your health, or does Fleshcraft absorb, kind of like become the health of the demon? I wonder how that works. As Prof is going to get himself a full reset, it looks like chasing after Prof for Reverence is just not worth. They have to wait until Prof goes out behind from that pillar, because the monk just gets such an advantage when chilling by the pillar. Try to see if he can dragon kick over. Catches Reverence in an in-cap. Gonna be that stun by the pet, but Reverence is still hit with a stun. Gonna be Elixir as a Mortal Goal comes out. Reverence able to at least throw a CC at Prof, but she still gets knocked down. Massport next to the pillar, trying to land a fear onto Prof. Prof does get hit. That's gonna be Charon joining the fight with the hand to go down, sending the pets in with a demon bite. As the doggers rush in, gonna be a flash cut off for Prof. Maybe they go out in the open anyway. Decimate Bolt as Reverence does get the blast onto the, I think, Kevin Slime or one of the images. Reverence definitely blasted someone with Decimate Bolt. I'm not sure what, but they definitely did something. As Prof avoids any of those demons completely, Reverence is gonna push his pulley spud back instead. Man, Prof is just not willing to go out and fight unless he has some defenses and mobility to catch up to Reverence. So for Reverence, I don't know if it would be worth trying to play around the pillar, because Prof has an advantage in that game. Trick for Prof, landing that interrupt on the Demon Bolt. Reverence is locked out for a second as Zuen joins the fight. Is going to be a port away. Prof having to connect with a Serpent Kick. Has a Karma if necessary. Dampen harm as well. Demon Tyrant is going to join the fight. Maybe a stun into Prof. Maybe a big Decimate Bolt to follow. Prof is actually super low in health. Decimate Bolt dropping down BDB on the pest. Is going to be Karma versus Reverence. Drop down BDB just so he can maybe heal himself. And that's going to be big flash come with a wall. No way to interrupt it. Prof trying to see if he can interrupt it. Going to be the Tyrant. Oh my god. That Tyrant is a homie. Continued to just keep blasting at Prof from around the corner. Reverence with a wall and fleshcraft, uninterruptible, immune to CC, immune to interrupts, just waiting out and letting that Tyrant do work. A lot of you guys forget dueling Demonology Warlock. You're like, you know what, that Destiny Ball, that's gonna be the hard hitter. But then you forget about, hey, the Tyrant is still a big threat. That thing still can do a lot of damn. Wolfie activating Ascendance. Try to see if he can just win with Wind Strikes. Reverence super low in health. Unless I have something for this, Wolfie is gonna even chain harvest at the end. And that's going to be a quick yoink from behind the pillar as Shieldpill sets himself up the full set of bursts. Silence of the Wolfie going to be the Mortis Winter stun to follow as he's just getting chopped up with obliterates. And why is Altis getting gripped up? Altis is already dead. Yo, Pepsi came in with that Kyrian burst. Or Reverence narrowly clutched himself a win. Prof tried to see if he could hold down versus Demonology Warlock, but he forgot about the Tyrant. That thing is still spooky. He was put out in the open, no line of sight, couldn't line a pet. And that was rough. Alrighty, boys, let's get another one up and running. Yeah, if you guys got a group, let me know. And we'll get another one rolling. If you guys want to switch it up, get some new boys in here, get some new people, you're more than welcome to open up the group. Get some fresh bodies, some fresh faces. Night King is ready. Mikey, let me know if you're ready. Oh, that was Kenshiro, was it? SRK hit me for 3 times for 7k, followed by BDB for 5k. That is a lot of damage. Now I'm going to try to be part of it. Yo, Gunther, more than welcome to my guy. Mikey got one more spot for the Horde if you guys want to join in. With burning rush damage? Wait a second. Hold on. Health funnel sacrifices the shield first. Really? That's awesome. So the Fleshcraft does become like the life. It's like a Fleshcraft life form surrounding the Warlock, but the life form can also be transferred over to the pet. That's pretty cool. So it's just like it does damage to you, but it'll heal the pet. The reason I ask is because when you drain life somebody, you can only heal from them if you drain lifing their health, if you're damaging their health. Because if you damage a shield, you don't get a heal. If you damage their health, you get a heal. That's the reason why I ask. EU is Friday, Saturdays for the NA boys. I'm actually with LG, but none in search. So go to Player vs Player Premier Group. It'll be in custom LG. Find the group chat number 5. Enter. It's called 5V5 1v1. It looks like Mikey got a +1 in there. Are you North America, dude? Yes, I am. Oh, maybe Gunther. Maybe you're asking Gunther. So Friday is EU. Saturday is NA. As soon as you delist, I'll queue. Dude, I'm running out of water. After this, I'll probably have to get another bottle of water. Water. Dude, I've been hanging out with my guildies and someone from like New Jersey and North. And one guy calls water. It just says water. Like everything says fine and then water. So I now started calling it water. I don't know why. It just wears off on you, dude. It just wears off. I'm not a fan of it. Maybe. Damn, I'm thirsty. Alrighty, boys. Did I save that one? I don't think I did. That was a good one, dude. That was a clutch. I love when duels get really clutch, but I also love it when everybody gets a chance to play. Except for Jim 2 Chill Pills. I haven't got to let a cast play. Hasn't even got to play himself except for that first game. None of them got to play. And I don't like it. Alrighty, boys. Switch. We got ourselves Outlays together with Carmageddon swapping in for someone else. Carmageddon, another monk on that team. We're Mr. Court. That's the server to play on. And Kaz gonna be first up versus Karma with an I-beam blasting him out, rushing right through him. Carmageddon's playing for. Was that 2 Celerities? Serenities? Wait, do you have 2 charges Serenity? There's no way. Karma trying to see if they can close the gap with Cass. Cass is avoiding him completely as the Night Fit. Lexi is going to check out of a checkism addiction onto the monk, but Lexi is going to soul shape out of it. It looked like Karma had 2 Serenities, but I think that's just a bug. I don't think they actually have 2 Serenities. The Serenity is down. Wen is still in the fight. Cass is just trying to run away from Karma, hitting him with a stun. Quick I-beam to follow, charging right through them into the haunted bodies as they tackle him down to the ground. Playing it out like a mall cop, rushing out after somebody who just tried to swindle the store owner, trying to pickpocket, just trying to get away, just bodies him down into that hunt. Like big old tackle, dude, big old football tackle. American football. Stun onto Wolfie, big old meta, slashing and thrashing through Wolfie. Wolfie taking a bit of damage though, dropping down an Earth Elemental. The Cass is going to go for whatever healing they can while the Metamorphosis is up. Wolfie got plenty of mana, plenty of medicine to work with, as well as Earth Elemental. Dropping in a wall as it is a lot of pressure. Cass charging him through, just literally all over the place with Wolfie. He's in front of him, behind him, rushing past him, to the left, to the right. Wolfie's just trying to put their back against the wall just to figure out where Cass is at. He's going to drop down massive damage with a Ascendance. Going to be a stun by Cass. Is that going to be enough? Wolfie's super low health. I'm here to follow, and looks like Cass is just able to siphon out the soul out of the shaman as they fall in battle. And Zakala gonna be up next, throwing down all the grenades, all the dots, flayed shot, everything, hoping for the kill shot procs. And Cass is gonna have to play very defensively, imprison onto Zakala, soul shape to get behind the pillar. Maybe what they could do is just maybe at least attack the pet for a second. Whatever leech they can is what leech they can. They're just trying to stay alive as best possible. Darkness is down. I don't know if that'll be even enough. Kill shot still makes it through. Stun onto Zakala. Cass is definitely going to have to get an I-beam with a full Metamorphosis. And that's going to be at least Blade rushes, Blade dance, backing up behind the pillar. After a bit of a hit and run. They're perfectly fine retreating. Zakala trying to go for Manic Bandages. Cass is going to disrupt it, but still stick behind the pillar. Trying not to get dotted by Zakala. Having to play it very, very dangerously here. Blurs up before the Hunter can get some damage and stun into Zakala. Trinkets out of it. The Hunt to body him down is going to get a lot of healing from it to Cass. At least able to turn the attention onto the pet and get whatever heal he can from that. Going to be a Turtle Shell down very, very soon for Zakala. I think they still have a Flayed Shot onto Cass. Item to follow. Zakala super low in health. Not a lot of defensive left. Feign death for a second. Cass going to hit with the stun. Trinkets out of it. Rushing past Zakala. Keeps attacking him. Striking is going to be a freezing sharp stop for a second. but it looks like they break out of it with a trinket in prison. Do they have enough damage? Is going to get a fell rush after that immolation aura. Gas needs a breather, dude. He needs himself a break. Stun onto altis as they trinket out of it immediately, or IBF out immediately. Gas is going to be going down to the mighty of the Frost DK. That Demon Hunter played fast as it could before Dampener really kicked in. Playing a Night Fae Demon Hunter, you do have a little bit of survivability, but mostly damn. I think you gotta play Necrolord if you want to get the most survivability. Altis getting hit with a Decimated Bolt. This Demon Bolt's are gonna do a ton of damage. Does have Spell Warden proccing over and over. Does have Lichborn as well, so it's gonna be Death Claws that he can just funnel into himself, but also has Death Strikes to work with, since that is a lot of running power. Gonna be a big blind into Reverence. Try to get whatever Death Strikes he can. Just the harder he gets hit, the more Altis can get some healing out of it. That's part of the DK Death Strike playstyle. Gonna be a silence onto Reverence. As Reverence is looking for a bit of a reset, she's able to get a stun onto Alti, so he's going to trick it out of the pet stun. Chain of Ice onto Reverence. No more Lichborn to get out of the fear. Trying to ramp up into a stun onto Reverence. Anti-magic zone is down. Reverence is going to pour it out of there. Altis is going to get a incap or grip, but it's going to be a Mortical run in the other direction. Demon Doggers are in. Altis does not really have a lot to work with. Death Strikes is all he's really got to maybe give himself a little bit of float, and even then, that's doing only so much healing. Quick flash cut out for Reverence after landing a fear with a Decimated Bolt into Altis. There's no way this man is surviving after the Demon Bolt. And does go down with Prof going to be last one on the Team 1. Had a bit of a rematch here with Reverence. Has to hold the fort over on Team 1. Better play it very, very safely. Reverence holding on to a lot of the defenses going into this duel. Minus the Tyrant, but still has a lot of things to work with. Lexi, but Pro trying to go for biggest BDB possible. Zuen and everything is getting activated. Rise of Sun Kick, Warning Dragon Punch. Going to be a wall for Reverence. Maybe could even go for a flash cap to the have one with a wall. Because wall and flash guy seems like a busted cover. Going to be immediate interrupt by Prof as it lands a quick kick onto Reverence. She is trying to get a fear onto Prof. Is going to get some Handle Dons. Going to break that fear in the bed. Getting a range stun. Tyrant is joining the fight. Reverence, do they have any damage at all? Do they have healing? Going to be a quick touch of death as Prof was to make sure that they get a clean getaway. Poured behind the tombstone. As Shilpa is like, hey, in your tombstone. That's really nice of you. That's exactly where I'm going to put you. As soon as I obliterate you, and at least you put me exactly right where I need to. Wow. I want to go to sushi, and you brought me to the sushi bar. This is perfect. Stun to Prof is go for a Warning Dragon Punch. AMS up for Chill Pills, and Prof is just out of options. 5 minutes, that's a quick duel. That Demon Hunter, dude, Kaz just slashing, slicing, and dicing through everybody as soon as they can. Because you're not going to be able to live for long as a Demon Hunter. Your survivability can sometimes be questionable. Zerner doesn't have to charge, it's only one. Yeah, but it looked like it was two. It just looked in UI like there was two. I think it's because it takes the Storm, Earth, and Fire with a 2 charge and just adds it there at the beginning until the game is like, wait, Serenity? Never mind. And then it removes it after. Still 5, alright, let's get another open running, boys. Let's get a big old rematch. Maybe Chilpos would get a chance to play. Cass is low gear, true, low renown, really? Yo, can you send me a screenshot for Cass item level for the Demon Hunter? Just their gear. I'll be able. I should be able. I guess the item level of the gear too. 150. Well, we're getting through a lot of these NA duels, boys. That's awesome. So yeah. Don't forget to like the stream, fellas. Yo, give it a like if you guys enjoying your time in the stream. Thank you, boys, so much for watching, hanging out. Appreciate you. Why never have a priest? Is it too weak? Yo, Chris, last week you should have been there. We had priest for days. Well, maybe not for days. Oh, exaggeration, but we did a priest. We definitely do have priests from time to time. Don't you worry. They ain't dead. They ain't bad. Actually, even yesterday we had some priests on the EU. Did we not, chat? Did we not? Am I wrong about that one, or am I wrong? Am I wrong or am I wrong, chat? Just do it to me straight, doc. Am I wrong or am I just dead wrong, dude? You would join if your gear is still subpar? Yeah, everybody and anybody is welcome. I don't care what your item level. I don't care for your rating. I don't care what kind of SAT scores you got last year. Everybody is anybody's welcome, boys. Literally everybody. Switch. We got ourselves team 1 to go with the Altis. We got a Carmageddon, Prof Wolfie, as well as the call in the back, going for a bit of a flight. Yo, that camera angle with a flight looked awesome. Is it going to be Prof first? Looks like Prof versus Chicago. Last time Prof and Chicago faced each other, Chicago just had their back dislocated completely with a massive rising sun kick. Wall does damage off immediately as Prof going in for a spinning crane kick. Massive damage. Chicago dropping super low, having to activate all the healing in the world as fast as possible. Is going to drop down the static totem, so Prof is going to be stuck in place. Swapping attention, try to kill the totem. Spinning crane kick, I don't think can kill that totem. I don't think spinning crane kick affects totems at all. So he did burn a spinning crane kick, but at least Chicago was able to peel the monk off of him. Use a trinket as well as a wall. Big damage on a spinning crane kick as the images are still on him. And Prof is just continuing to tunnel pressure into Chicago as Chicago is completely amped up out of mana, just completely dry. No more Maelstrom available. No more mana to work with. Just trying to soul shape out of there. Ghost was joining the fight, trying to land a hex. Needs a heal right now. If they don't get a heal, this could be deadly. Does get a heal. Professor below in hell. That's going to be a karma as the elemental blast is getting set. Spinning crank stick coming out. That's going to be that earth elemental joining the fight. Chicago needs another heal right now. The second unless it's going to be bad. Oh my goodness. Cass is going to be up next, charging. What the hell was that? What was that? Bro, what was that? Body's down, Prof, but after Cass just got elongated with the arms. What was that, bro? Oh my god. Cass, are you okay? I think that guy gave me like the weirdest acupuncture ever with those in cap. Those little pins around you. What happened to you? Did anybody see that? Yo, clip it. Clip that one. What was that? What happened to your arms? Wait, can you do it again? I don't know how you did it. Can you do it again? Can you just see cap him? Oh my goodness. Cass getting hit with the leg sweep. Carmageddon. Looking to get some damn in. Hasn't used cooldowns just yet. Cass is getting an IB up and running, so at least he got some healing. Karma up real quickly. Going to be a stun to Carmageddon. And Cass just continue to blast damage through the Karma with the shackles of malediction. Karma trying to see if he can reverse that malediction into Cass. Is successful at it. Is going to pop cooldowns of his own. Cass might be a bit of trouble here. Darkness down. Carmageddon has nothing really left. Fist of Fear is the only thing that can keep him alive here. Is trying to see if they can back up out of there. Get hit with a stun. Weird roll. They kind of made it look like they're moving forward, but it looks like they didn't go anywhere at all. And it's going to be Fist of Fury. Cass could be in trouble right here. IB for the Fist of Fury, slashing right through Karma with a blade dance, chopping him up with Wolfie up next. Oh, look at Wolfie. Dude, he is still hoofing it in there. He's in prison just hoofing it. He's hoofing it while in prison. Slender DH and a Slender DH. That was scary. Wolfie tried to see if he can interrupt Cass. I think he tried to hit him with an interrupt while he was trying to heal himself. Chain harvest into Cass as they try to back up out of there. Yo, wait, that actually is their item level. Jeez. Yeah, they're a little bit undergeared. Yeah, Cass is actually walking to this duel as like a 244 item level in PvP. I guess in comparison to everybody else here, it's kind of... Yeah, he is also behind in round 2. I can see it here. Okay. Fair point. So Cass is walking to this duel as a little undergeared. They do have like a set of PvP gear, some PvP gear, but not really. Wolfie continuing to bludgeon at Cass, got himself Ascendance, maybe a little too early as Cass trying to avoid that Ascendance as best possible, trying to see if he cut across behind line of sight, behind another pillar altogether, or set of boxes rather. There's going to be at least one wind strike. Second wind strike gets through Cass. He's going to have to activate Metamorphosis when they can. No more big meta. Does at least have the IB meta, which where they will be able to get some value off it. Sunder by Wolfie is going to have the Ascendance falling off. So a lot of the big potential damage for Wolfie is suppressed for a little bit as Cass bails out of there. Has blur up. Wolfie hits him with a couple of lightning bolts. But Cass is going to find themselves a bit of a reset behind the pillar. Again, need himself another IB, maybe a hunt, and then continue doing aggressive damage. Just playing very aggressive, because the more damage they do, the better they heal. Is at least going to activate themselves the Immolation Aura, maybe big setup, follow. But looks like Cass actually backs up completely. Just going to go for a bit of a first aid. It feels like I'm lagging on this arena a little. Maybe I am. Remember Rogue, not no one-shot? Now Monk rule. Yeah, Monks is the one shots. I am the one that knocks. Wolfie with a frost shock onto Cass. Cass trying to get some damn in versus Wolfie though. Stunned with an IB to follow. Does get a Metamorphosis. Big body with a hunt, but does get hit with the Sunder. I don't even know if Wolfie got hit by that hunt. It might have actually interrupted that hunt, which can definitely happen if you're mid-hunt to get hit with a CC. You actually just kind of lose out on your ability. The cooldown is down. I don't know if Wolfie got hit by that hunt. I didn't see if there's a dot, like the night fade glimmer on him or not afterwards. But Cass might be in trouble because of it. Does have great mobility, able to double jump around this arena and avoiding Wolfie as best as they can. Used to get another IBM to at least get himself some healing. Continues to juke out Wolfie as best as possible. Is going to get a blade rush. Shackles him addiction. Wolfie does have a grounding totem. Could drop down the ground totem to deal with his shackles completely. He's going to try to heal the shackles. Might have put himself behind though. Stunned by Cass. Looking for chaos strikes. Might be enough here. Wolfie triggers the last second. Cass does get a chaos strike at the very end. All T swapping out, or maybe just changing to Mogs. I'm pretty sure this man was already a two-hander before. Trying to get a chain of ice versus Cass. And that's going to be a big grippy hand for all He's gripping Pepsi in, but doesn't mean to. He just tried to chase on Cass. This Cass is nearby the other boys. Grippy hand still up. Cass continue to avoid these guys, but literally jumping up on the platform. So far, everybody has gotten jerked by the Demon Hunter. He's literally just going off the platform. People jump after him. He just jumps up onto the platform, double jumps up there. What is that? That seems a little cheesy. I mean, it works. So far, he's been able to juke him out completely, but it seems cheesy as hell, doesn't it? Oh my goodness. Gonna be stunned onto Altis. Cass acumen that metamorphoses yet again. Altis rotating an anti-magic shell, and as soon as Cass gets a defensive, literally just out of there. He's playing like a rogue. Comes back in for a bit more punishment. Bodies down Atlis. With the hunt, that's gonna be full metamorphosis. Atlas trying to tank this damage up as best possible with the anti-magic zone. Might to rotate IBF here. Does not have a lot of health to really work with. Not a lot of running power as Cass just rushes right through him. Is gonna get a fell rush on top of him. With Zakala gonna be last one in the duel. 6 minutes, almost 7 minutes up. Cass trying to see if he can win this here. Blur is down. Could do darkness as well. Zakala still has plenty of defenses and offenses. Walking into this duel. Fresh off the block with everything available. Gonna be a quick stun by Cass. Throwing out Glaive. IBM to follow. As Cass's health is kind of low. Might need to go for a darkness here. Get hit with a steel trap. It's kind of stuck in place. Might need to just darkness us into a shadow meld. But the steel trap and the dots are gonna get him out. At least able to break out of the steel trap for a second. With the first aid immediately. But looks like the dots are gonna tag him. Unable to remove the bleeds or the poisons or anything like that. The pet is going to join Cass behind the pillar. Could actually attack the pet. I think you do get a little bit of leech from the pet, don't you? Because there's no way he isn't playing the leech build. He's not playing immunity. Stun Zakala with the eye beam, getting himself a little bit of leech to work with. It's going to fell rush through him. Oh my god. We did it again. Slender Man. Dude, there it is. Oh, what is that? Oh my god. Literally Slender Man. This Demon Hunter is scary in more ways than one. This Demon Hunter is just absolutely nightmares. Bro, that is the funniest thing ever. I don't think we've ever seen that. I don't think we've ever seen that before. Why is it doing that? That doesn't seem normal. Stun to Cass as the do get a pretty big damage to Zakala. That's gonna be another freezing. That freezing trap didn't kill him this time though. Or oh, they're just gonna walk it backwards. What? So they'll only do the stretch out like Stretch Armstrong, but they're literally walking backwards. That happened twice in Prison and a freezing trap. They're just running backwards. It's like their animation plays backwards instead of frozen. Weird. Stun to Zakala. I-beam up and running for Cass, looking for a big dance into a chaos strike. Shackles. I think it might be over to Zakala with the hunter turtle. And Cass is kind of low. Zakala tried to go for a bit of many bandages. But the turtle is still on him. It looked like there was no turtle, but the turtle is still there. Definitely there. Stun on Zakala. Does Cass have enough damage? Freezing trap? No, that's going to be a trinket for the Demon Hunter. As they did want to get that kill. And there it is, dude. Cass with a 1v5. This Demon Hunter is literally scary in more ways than one. This Slender Demon Hunter is insane. My goodness. And Arthur took a screenshot of it too. That looks great. Oh my god, chat. You got to see this thing. That's the in-cap screenshot. Jesus, look at that. Bro, look at these arms. Look how tall he is. It's like he became a troll. It's like he stretched out to become a troll model for a second. Look at those arms, dude. Look at those legs. Like, this is the belt, dude. So the legs got stretched. The arms got stretched so much. Stretch Armstrong right here. Why does it do that? I don't think I've ever done that before. Mikey needs a +1 on the Horde, boys. Yo, look up for Mikey's group. Looking for a +1 on the Horde if you guys want to join in. Anybody welcome. They did not find the 8 pages. We are doomed. The speed is not cursed with a graphical bug, dude. There's Blizzard sometimes puts out a patch and there's some weird bugs. These are like the most innocent bugs ever, like the stretchy demon hunters and freeze trap in prisons where enemies walk backwards. Oh, Nike also needs to post one on Alliance if you guys want to join. Everybody's welcome. Should be able to screenshot what they say demon hunters balance keck. Oh my god. Let's see what that is, Slender Man. Maybe. Just missing the Slender Man transmog. Yeah, they just need like a suit and tie and like a no featureless face. Does that mean Hard 5? Yeah, apparently they did. Yeah. Yo, I actually want to take the screenshot and be like, I'm gonna tell my kids this is what Demon Hunter Metamorphosis form looked like. I'm gonna tell my kids this is what when Demon Hunters use Metamorphosis, this is what they look like. No face rogue too. Oh, dude, that rogue set looks so good. Oh my god, that rogue set looks so good, dude. Looks so good. Yo, can we look at those transmogs again, boys? Can we look at those tier sets? Bro, I love those tier sets. I don't know what it is. I love them. They look absolutely fantastic. I think they look great. There they are, dudes. There they are. Look at that thing. Look at that rogue. It looks so good. Dude, I don't know why, but I love these sets. I don't know what it is about them, but I like these sets a lot. I don't know why. It looks so good. Like, I'm hoping they'll fit a little bit different, like on Xanda, like the or Shaman stuff looks fine, but I wonder how it looks on Oryx and like Tauren and maybe like Dwarves or something. I want to see what it looks like on everybody else, because they do have different features. Like, I feel like the boots are extra emphasized a little bit on Xanda's. Look at the Blood Elf, it's a perfect model. Everything is so, like, it fits properly. I feel like using the Monk on a Dwarf was a bad idea. Their features are a little weird. I feel like we should use it on a human or something. The Draenei one I thought looked good because you see the helm, the shoulders, you see the wide bird. Like, it looks good. The Undead, perfect. The Druid, perfect. The Orc one with the Hunter, I feel like that fits fine. The Human Warrior, I think it was good. This is the Mage one, right? I wonder if this is the Mage Mythic one. The Paladin, I feel like shouldn't have been on Xanda. That should have been on a human. I know they were trying to do like variety. Here's an Orc, here's whatever. But I feel like they should have had an Orc Shaman. Like, that's iconic. An Undead Rogue. They should have had like a human monk maybe, or a Night Elf monk. The Draenei is fine. This guy's fine. This guy's fine. Here, this is okay. I feel like they should have done like a big bulky Tauren with the warrior set. The Night Elf is perfectly fine. The Mage is fine too. The Orc is fine. This one should have been like a human or something. Or maybe this one should have been a Lightforged Draenei. That probably would look great with like the way that their chest buffs out. Or even the female Draenei, that would look great too. They should have just tried that mod to like different races a little. Got a bounce, gonna out drinking. Alright, Chicago, you have yourself a good one, fam. Nike got a 5, man. Mike, you're looking for a +1, boys. If you want to join, feel free. Paladin or do annoying lol. What? Shaman looks bad, not gonna lie. Really, I actually think Shaman will look good, given if it's a different like race. I think on Xanda's, the proportions to sometimes look different. Because it's almost like when you put Shaman sets on a human, like, you know when like Wowhead shows off some of the sets for classes, the Shaman one they put on a human, and it always looks bad. But as soon as you put it in like a Tauren, Troll, Orc, it looks amazing. Like, all those sets look bad on a human, but as soon as you put them on an Orc, it looks good. And I think that's what's happening with Zandalari, is the Zandalari have a little bit of like a Night Elf structure, Night Elf shape, and Night Elves have like a little bit weird, like some of the parts on the gear can sometimes be a little bit like misaligned in terms of the proportions. Like Nightborn, for example, shoulders are emphasized. Shouldn't always be like that, but for Nightborn and Night Elf, that can always be a problem, because then it just looks a little wonky. So on a Xanda, who has more of a Night Elf structure, you're basically putting the Shaman set on a Night Elf, which I think why it looks so weird. But if you put it on an Orc, the hunched over, or even the Orc with a backup, I think that would have been great. Excuse me, angry judgment noises. What's up, King? How you doing, my man? Hope you're having a good one. Honestly, not the greatest fan of the sets overall, but I really like the Rogue. Really, I like the sets a lot, personally. I think it's good that they're going back to the tier sets. I'm not going to say those are the best tier sets we've ever seen, because I think there's some better ones, like the TOP. Timo Sergeris, TOS. Timo Sergeris says the tier 20s, the original DBC ones, those are fantastic. Those are really good. I'm not a fan of the rogue, like the spikes around the color. I would never just enjoy that, but everything else looks great. You know, Mail Armor gets a short stick, partially due to the engine, but art is also involved, I suppose. Yeah, again, I wonder how that will look like on like a human, night elf, because maybe they'll be adjusted a little, right? But I think what they want to do, Mikey got 5. I think what they want to do is they want to do it in the theme of the raid and the theme of some of the different armors of the raid. And I think it's good for them to at least head in that direction. I think it's good that they're at least heading in that direction, back to what it was. Like, these sets is a start, but future sets, we'll see what they do. Plus, also with tier sets, make it 4 sets, 1 for cloth, mail, leather, and a plate. You're always going to have good sets. They always look good, every single time. If you're going to make a set for every single class, somebody always draw the short straw, every single time. And I'm fine if it's rogue, but every class is always going to draw a short straw. But also, I do want to know if those are like the heroic sets or if those are the mythic sets. Because if you look at the warrior and Taurus set, it looked butt ugly. As soon as you set in a mythic, it looked like a juggernaut paladin, the holy crusader. The chat got him. It literally makes a world of difference, dude. A world of difference. Getting the heroic and the normal set versus the mythic set. Oh, you're gonna look insane. It looks great. So I feel like it just makes a big difference. I wanted those mythic sets or those heroic sets. I think those are probably recolors of the heroics, because they look more or less the same as the ones we saw in the preview. But we'll see. Like, maybe they'll be adjusted. You never know, right? But I'm excited the fact that they are going back to sets. I think it's good overall. I think it's healthy for the game to have diverse looking classes rather than like only 4 sets where rogues, demon hunters, monks, and druids all look the same. I think I'd rather have that, even if some of them are going to be scuffed, personally. Which got us on Team 2 together with Chill Pills mounting up, ready to go for the first duel with Arcurus over on that Team 1. We got Cass, Pepsi, and Reverence in the back, with Zakala going to be first up. How many times have we gone first so far? That's been kind of crazy. Wolfie in the back, Carmageddon, Crit Boy as a warrior with ulti, so Zakala is getting open with the stun as well as a Chimeric onto Chill Pills, waiting out for the silence as well as the slows. And is going to try to see if he can ramp up some damage. Stun to Zakala is going to be tricked immediately. As Chill Pills looking to ramp up another stun onto Zakala. Word of Morses looks like he's going to be unable to. Steel Trap stops Chill Pills in place for a second, is going to force out a Turtle Shell out of the Hunter. As Shilpa is going to stop and gives himself some first aid. Since the pet, the slime, look at the slime, it's literally a puddle. Gonna be Zakala. Wait, the slime feigned death. The slime wasn't dead, it just feigned death and it becomes a puddle. That is hilarious. But Shilpa does end up taking Zakala out of the game, with Crit Boy charging in next as an arms warrior, rushing in, headstrong, Stormbolt, and Shilpa is going to be the Lichborn up immediately for Chill with an IBF. Going to be that Kyrian Spear onto Chill, doing a bunch of damn. It looks like Crit Boy is playing that Crit Legendary with the Kyrian. Trying to see if he can land the big executes around the corner, but looks at Chain of Ice is slowing him down. This warrior is having to shuffle through this chain, almost like he's shuffling through 8 feet of snow. Trying to see if he can hoof his way over to Chilpa's, finally able to reconnect, but the Chain of Ice is back up on him. Good Boy utilizing that rage to get himself ignore pain, getting a stun on Chilpa's, might be enough damage right here. Does have a big setup. Blaze Storm sees him into CC, massive obliterates by Chilpa's. Does Good Boy have any more defenses? Get himself to reflect, but only he can do so much. Chilpa's does split the boy in half. Death Pact was used in order to not worry about his health. He's gonna have to wait it out. He's gonna get a slow one to Wolfie early, just to make sure he can wait out for the death pack, getting some heals from those pets. Lots of runic power is up. Wolfie charging in with full cooldowns available. Chilpa's back up with the Chain of Ice. He's gonna wait out for Wolfie while the pets are on him. He's gonna at least put a slow on the shaman. Wait it out until wolves are done. Let Wolfie get all the maelstrom he wants to, then engage. But also Chilpa's got about 30 seconds on the CD. He's gonna be a blind onto Wolfie. Does it trinket to interrupt flash if he does not? So Chilpa's is going to get up there, going to get some resources, get some sustained damage rolling before he can get some big cooldowns. Going to be that grounding storm dropping down really early. I wonder what Wolfie was trying to do with the ground storm. Maybe he was trying to see if he can ground a stun from Chilpa's, maybe a silence. But Wolfie tried to see if he could walk away from Pillar for just a second. Tried to drop a stun totem with Chilpa's AMS, but still try to dodge it. And Wolfie taking a bit of damage. He has a lot of mana as well as Maelstrom, so he should be able to be okay in terms of survivability. Chilpa's got a lot of damage. Remorseless Winter. Wolfie's going to trick it out of it. Going to be a silence to follow Wolfie. Try to see if he can tussle in there. Wall of Sentence. Try to see if he got aggressive. Another stun. And that's going to be another obliterate slamming right through him. With Carmageddon going to be up next. Got himself full flesh scarf with a port behind the pillar in case he needs to retreat. He kind of wants to get Shield Pills to come at him, or maybe he could always roll a Serpent Kick port. I guess he always has an escape. Carmageddon hit him with a chain up by his Shield Pills, just trying to consolidate cooldowns. Hit him with a slow, maybe get a quick mount up, and wait for some cooldowns to come back up. That is the biggest advantage of a Death Knight, is the constant perma slows. Not much you can do about it unless you have a way to immune yourself, which is basically a paladin for a short moment while Hand of Freedom is up. That is if you have a Hand of Freedom that isn't spell-sealable or dispellable. Carmageddon has a flesh cover zone, but Shield Pills also has one. I think he still has one from dueling Wolf. Wolf was trying to see if he could break right through it, but I think Shield Pills was able to basically keep the same one. It's going to be Remorseless Winter, Grippy Hand, full cooldowns. Carmageddon does go behind the pillar. That is Chain of Ice on him, dropping down the dragon with a stun. Carmageddon is going to have to trick and silence. So let's get a Karma off. AMS is up for Shield Pills. He's trying to see if he can blast through the Karma. Oh my goodness! That is a lot of damage. At least letting Altis get himself a full flash capture. Shield Pills goes behind the pillar to get himself a first aid, recovering a little bit of health. My goodness, that is a lot of damage out of this Death Knight. 9 elf human. This guy probably could be a gnome, and he'd probably be slamming nearly this is hard. Actually, no, maybe not as a gnome. A mecha gnome. Or Corsair. Now that'd be interesting to see a big old Shield Pills Corsair. So it's like Shield Pills in the lore would be like a human, and then he'll let himself go, and now he became a Corsair. Oh my goodness. Oh. Altis though has a lot of cooldowns ready for Shield Pills. Shield Pills got some offensive cooldowns to go too, but Shield Pills got Fleshcraft. So Altis better play it very defensive with blind onto Altis as he gets cities of his own. Altis choosing to trinket, try to go for a dragon, but looks like he missed that dragon, completely whiffed it. Shield Pills went with a shot of melt, I think, for a second there. Silence to the Altis, and Shield Pills just trying to see if he can split him right through in half. Gonna be those obliterates, and that is the fastest 1v5 by Shield Pills himself. Just absolutely massacred the whole team. Very unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. Crazy. Alright, boys. Let's see if we can get another one in, or are we done for the night? Let's see, boys. Yeah, let me know if you guys got a group 5. If everybody ready to go, we'll go again. Yo, is ARMS fun to play? Yes, I think they're fun. I think they're very enjoyable. I love me some ARMS Warrior. They are a little bit weird for PvE sometimes because it's like the rage spending. It's not as like planned through as a Fury Warrior, which is like build, spam, build, spam. For ARMS, sometimes you'll get like dead zones where you're waiting for an auto attack, you don't have enough rage, basically have nothing to press, everything's on cooldown. So they can have some dead spots unless you play like pre-made builds. So definitely it's a very gear reliant, legendary reliant playstyle, but it is very, very strong, and it becomes really fun. It opens up once you can start execute spamming the enemy. Every class can burst with reactive cooldowns. Yeah, all of them are pretty nutty. Male armor, yeah, we always get the short stick. I agree with that one. Wait, Hunter. One is Hunter. Wait, which one is Hunter for those sets? Let me see if I can find them again. Let me see if I can find those sets. Oh, let me see. So if you look at those sets. The left one I think is the Hunter. I think that looks like the Hunter set. The one with the bird helm, the shoulders, the chest piece. They got like scales, a little bit of those like collar piece, gloves that have light off of them, boots, belt. We'll see how the bird helm looks. I think the bird helm could look amazing in a mythic set. Imagine if it's like a spectral bird helm instead of just a hat. I think that would look really, really good. But we'll see what it all looks like. And I still think they could adjust some of those sets before the end of it too. I think they might be able to adjust some of these sets before the end. This is why I'm thinking these are heroic sets, by the way. Because look at the Warlock one, right? You see how it's like bright, there's this orby thing, there's the sashes, balls. If you look at this set, same thing, sashy things, orbs, all that, but it's just same color scheme. It's just a different recolor. So I wonder if this is going to be like the mythic set or whatnot. Because I wonder if they were making this as a mythic set or if there was just in art a heroic set. Because I feel like if they were to make a mythic set, like the DK, all the pieces, the glowy shoulders, the chain around the neck, the helm, all that, that looks the same as this. So maybe the mythic set will just be a recolor, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. Why is this picture here? I mean, just include into your concept as recolors we will in turn as Nvidia. Why did they include this set? That seems a little random. They have like, oh, look at the different concept art. Hey, look at this random BC NPC. What? I'm not sure what that's supposed to be. Like, all these look exactly the same as the one on the top, which makes you think like mythic sets always look different. Not just in recolors, but they usually have like some of the extra bits, extra pieces. 3 more? Oh man, Mikey, group fell apart. It's so good, my guy. Let's see if you can put them together. I love the BM with the Hunter, went the BM, and so fun. I'm glad you enjoyed it, my dude. Is there a way to increase the chance of getting more kill shots? Yes, there's a conduit you can get for Venthier. There's a conduit that amps up the amount of procs you can get with your kill shot procs from Fleet Shot. And also haste. Haste, if you get a higher haste stat, then you'll have more ticks of Fleet Shot, so more chances to get kill shot procs. New Zone just Scorthy redo? Well, I want to wait and see, because the New Zone looks amazing in my opinion. I want to see what it's actually like, because I can't tell if it's a big zone or if it's a small zone or what. But it looks awesome, dude. I mean, you have water that you're supposed to be able to walk on. It looks alien as hell. There's a desert biome. There's a whole biome with like caves and stuff, like the hexagonal mountain looking things. And there's like a grassland with water. I can't wait to do some PTR. I love my defeats. I gotta learn and improve more. Yeah, that's exactly what the duels are about. Learning, improving. What's the item level? But everybody's item level? I have no idea. Varies, I guess. Like the sound in the background? Yeah, it's really good. Yeah, the mix has been so far extremely good tonight. The songs I feel like fit the duels really well. But they do have really cool, let me go back to that armor sets. Niking got 5. Let's go, my guy. I wonder if they can, because this was a concept art for a lot of the sets. Like, this is the Hunter set. Like, it looks, I think they made them all on like a human or a blood elfy kind of like models. Is it not? That looks like a kind of blood elfy stance. Or maybe it wasn't blood elfy stance they were trying to do. Maybe they were trying to do something else with it. Because that warrior set looks good. I really think they need to do that with a helm. Like, make the helm as dark and then just eyes poking out. And like the shoulders and all that. I think they need to do that. Maybe this will be the mythic set. Hold on. Actually, I wonder. The color schemes for these things are a little bit different, aren't they? Is this the mythic set or is this the original set? Hold on. The rogue set, the shoulders are raw, but they don't stretch out nearly as hard with an extra effect. The gloves, the sides, it's all there. The boots are a little different. These boots stand out a little bit more, these boots don't, but the shape is similar. The pants are similar. I'm trying to think if these sets are the same sets here. I guess you should be looking at these, right? I guess it's a very similar silhouette, but the shoulders look a lot more pronounced here with the effect compared to here. So this makes you think this is like a heroic set and the mythic one is going to have extra stuff to it. Because the warrior set, I like that darkened helm with the eyeballs. I think that looks insane. And this set has very, very similar parts, minus the darkened helm. If they could just add that, I think it would look good. I think if they can do that with a helm for the hunter too, that will look even better. Like this. They did that with the paladin, they should do that with the warrior as well. This what they did with the paladin, they need to do that with the warrior as well. What they did with the warlock, they should do that with the hunter as well. That will look insane. And then maybe monk too. I think they should do that with a monk as well. I feel like that will look badass. Alright boys, how many we got? Maybe we can get another one in. Concept art versus in-game. Well, concept art or in-game never matched up ever. Like, there's a lot of other games that do that too. Like, the way they do the art, they kind of just design it, and then they try to find a way to incorporate it into the game. I feel like there's still a little bit of time before they adjust the sets. There have been times before when they were like, alright, this is what the set looks like, and then the set was improved before the end of it too. In the end, I still do like all the sets. Like, I think all of them do fit. They have like a very much like a Zereth Mortis, the first one's gear, which I think looks amazing. Like, I just like the fact that there's variety in there, dude. That's what I think. I like there's variety in there. Rogue set looks nice. Rogue set looks fantastic, dude. We lucked out on the Rogue set. It looks amazing. super happy about that one. I'm still hoping they do some adjustments for some of these sets, like the Warrior, make it all dark. Group is dead on Forge, that's okay, Mikey. We had a lot of duels tonight. Back-to-back spamming them out, no worries, my dude. But the Warrior definitely needs to give it dark with like those eyes like the Paladin. It will look so much better. So much better. At least make it that the Mythic set. And like just amp up the lighting, the colors, and whatever it is. We'll see. Once it comes out in PTR, we'll have a better picture, boys. But we'll just have to wait and see. I'm interested. But again, somebody's gonna draw a short straw in those sets. And it happens every single tier set. That's how it used to be back in the day, dude. You think rogues have always had great tier sets? Dude, let's take a look at a bunch of different raids too. That's something that I think a lot of people forgot is like, with previous expansions, we had tier sets. Actually, Demon Hunter might not be the best choice because they don't have a lot of tier sets to work with. But I guess this is the Nighthold set, which looked pretty cool. But like not everyone's class's sets always looked amazing. I really wish I was on Demon Hunter because these sets like they don't really work super well. Because I only see Demon Hunter. I want to see more classes in there. But like Demon Hunter sets look all pretty good. Like sometimes you'll get good ones, sometimes you, man, yeah, I only can see some of the new stuff, and that's not even tier set, it's just gear. I really wish you could see more than that. Whether they have sets like this, for Trial Style, I guess. Our Citadel, but like, yeah. They don't really have tier sets. I'm playing on my laptop again and moving in slow motion. Yeah, I'm sorry, yo, Mike, that's unfortunate, my guy. It's okay though. My friend said was a Judgment's armor for Paladin. I love the purple recolor for the Plague hit. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a really good one. Legion Elite tier sets were dope. Yeah, they were. Well, one of the Legion tier sets was like an old BC tier set. You know, not all of them were amazing. WoW tier sets. Can I just find like a website with all the armor tier sets from ever before? Like all of them? Yeah, there's actually a full, a good video, a good thing for it. Yeah, actually we get to see a good portion of these. I only wish I could see it a little closer. You can kind of see these. Okay, it's really. Can I do full image? Okay. So here's some of the different tier sets from before. Like when we had tier sets, the original ones. Like some of them looked amazing, but not all of them. I would say at the very beginning for all the classes in Vanilla WoW, like what do we know to expect, right? We didn't really have much to expect. The first set looked cool. I didn't like the Hunter them. Like that helm looks a little funky. The Shaman was alright. I like the Molten stuff. The tier 2, dude, tier 2 sets are all amazing, dude. Look at them. They really do accentuate like a lot of the different looks. Tier 3 were pretty awesome, but those got actually redone afterwards, didn't they? A lot of them got redone. Who would lose out on these sets? I think the Shaman was the one I disliked. There's always like one set you dislike out of all of them. Like one doesn't look as cool. I think the Mage one I didn't really like as much in tier 2. Like it looks alright, but just the orbs in comparison to everybody else, like, it looks alright. Let's see if I can find more. Tier 4 sets. I would say the Mage. I'm not digging that one. Maybe the Druid. I don't like the antlers, but everybody else looks badass. Then there's tier 5. Tier 5 sets were awesome. Again, I don't like the Mage one. I feel like the Mage loses out compared to everybody else. Like Mage, maybe when a Blood Elf looks good, or a Blood of Female looks great. Maybe Draenei looks awesome. But like everybody else, I think got really cool sets. I'm not a fan of the Druid one either. Then tier 6, we all know which one. I didn't like the Rogue one. I didn't like the Rogue, but we all seen that one. That's a Legion one or Legion remake. There's another set of tier sets with Wrath of Lich King. Tier 8, 7, and 8. Are those different? Yeah, different. Okay, so out of these, I'm not a fan of the Death Knight one. Personally, I don't like the color scheme. And this is, I think, was a remake, wasn't it, from Wrath? These are all remakes. Oh wait, those are remakes actually. Those are redos. From like the tier 3, I think, or whatever it was. Yeah, okay. And then there was a tier 8 Valorous. These all look good. I don't like the Paladin one. I don't like the Pally one, personally. I don't like the Shaman one either. But like this looks great, this looks good. This is a hit or miss. Priest looks great. Mage looks good. Hunter looks good. Druid looks... I don't like the Druid actually either. Then there was a tier 9 Alliance and Horde. Right? No, that's just a Alliance set. I guess there's a Horde one somewhere. Out of these Alliance sets, I'm not a fan of the Hunter. Not a fan of the Druid. The Mage or... what is this? Priest? It's kind of samey actually. We'll ignore that one. Tier 10. This is like the last raid. The rogue one I never really liked. The bag head, that looked good on undead, but I feel like anybody else it looked I don't know. Just me. Druid, I didn't like that set at all. I don't know if you can see it, but the druid one over here, I don't know, maybe my camera is covering up. I didn't like the druid that much. Personally. Like, there's gonna be sets you liked and sets you didn't like, so somebody had to draw the short straw. Is that the Hordy ones? I think it is the Hordy ones. Okay, then there's Cataclysm. Yo, Kata. Mage was cool. Hunter I didn't like. Druid was Priest had toilet bowls, which was hilarious. Shaman I did not like at all. But it was alright. Then Firelands, DK was good. Druid was good. Hunter was pretty good. Yeah, none of these... Maybe the... I don't know. I actually don't like... I don't hate a single one. Also, Priest had a toilet bowl too. Why would Priest toilet bowl for two raids? You got toilet bowls on the side, the toilet bowl for the head. I didn't like that. Then there's the what is it? Can I expand this a little bigger? Yeah, so much camera could be off a little on the side. We can see this as best as we can. That's pretty good, right, chat? Yeah, like here, DK was good. I didn't like the Druid. I played Druid at the time, I didn't like that set. It looked cool, but like, it was basically hinted at Miss Up and Dar in a sense. It felt like Pally was awesome. I like the Mage one, the goggles, the gears. The Rogue one I didn't like. It looked like kind of like a knockoff Batman. I didn't like that set at all. Like, there's gonna be sets you like and sets you don't, you know? Somebody wins out and somebody loses out. These are the heroic versions. Mr. Pandaria sets were good. The DK was great. Can we think we have another one in? We need a second group Night King if we want to get another one in. The Druid set I personally didn't like. I played Druid back then. Had some really fast games. So we did. We need a second group though. Mikey's group did not really. It kind of fell apart. The mage one looks good on a non-human mage. Like everybody else looks great on non-human mage. Priest, I'm not a big fan of that bishop head. Without the head, it looked fine. I remember people complaining about the Pally one, but I kind of like the Paladin. I like all these ones. You know, like, you guys probably can see like which mods you like, which ones don't. How to get the Blood Elf Heritage Armor, you do a quest line once you get exalted with the Blood Elves, and then you start a quest line until you get their Heritage Armor. That's how you get Heritage Armor for any of the Heritage Armors that are available. So you have Blood Elf, Dwarf, Worgen, Goblin, and whoever else. Who am I missing, chat? Am I missing anybody with Heritage Armor? Oh, Tauren and Gnomes. Those guys have Heritage Armor, not everybody else yet. You could try Demon Hunter sets with a Druid. Yeah, Druids and Rogue sets on Demon Hunters is the only option you have. Demon Hunters need more tier sets, dude. We need more tier sets, so Demon Hunters have more transmogs. Then Thunder King Raid. I didn't like the Pally set. I thought it was ass ugly. Like, I don't know about you guys. I thought it was terrible. If I was playing Paladin, I would be unhappy. The Rogue one I didn't personally like, but it was a good set. I didn't personally like it, but it was a good set. Everybody else got decent gear out of it. Then the DK, the Druid. I didn't like the Druid one, dude. I just don't know what about it. I don't hate Druids. Like, I played a Druid. I didn't like the Mage set either. I didn't like these kind of goggles. Pally set was awesome. Priest set was alright. Rogue set was good. You know, like everybody, like, there's always, with every single tier, somebody draws a short straw in a set. Sometimes you can make them look better, depending on like which kind of silhouette you use, which character you use. Because some of these use Night Elves, for example, right? These guys will use Orcs because it sits better on them. Female, male, they'll change it up. But this is WAD. This I didn't like. It looks fine, but I felt like that should be on a warrior set. Wait. No, this is the Death Knight set. This is the warrior set. They actually switched them around. I swear to God, this is the warrior set. Warrior had the Cyclops. This is the Death Knight set. I think they shifted them around. I think the mythic one looked better though. Do they have a mythic version of these? Oh, they do. This is the mythic version. Yeah, look, this is the normal. This is the mythic. Dude, this is why I'm saying wait until we see the mythic version of these raid sets. If the sets in the next 9-2 raid don't have a mythic version, well, that's a bummer. But if they do, bro, do you know do you see the difference? Look, this is your Death Knight, and then this is your Death Knight with a mythic set. What a makeover. This is your Druid, this is your Druid on mythic. This is your Hunter on mythic. Like, it literally just makes it better. Even the Mage one looks good, even though I think that one was a good set. The Monk one, I think, is a nice upgrade, but yeah. It's a good set by itself, but this is a nice upgrade. This is a direct, easy upgrade. Paladin, Priest, I love that upgrade. Rogue is a great upgrade. Shaman is a good upgrade. Warlock is a fantastic upgrade. Look at Gul'dan. And then the Warrior from this to this. Both of them look good though. I like this one, the Warrior as well. Then this is the tier 18, Mythic and Normal. Look, this one versus this one, the Cowl of the Vampire. The color schemes weren't that much of an upgrade. It just became more fell looking, more corrupted. But like the Rogue versus this recolor, it looks good looking. I feel like a lot of people forgot that we had like different tier sets. Okay, I think that's it. But I think people forgot that we had different tier sets, and while we have tiers, everybody looks different. PvP recolors, I guess they are PvP recolors too, yeah. But like, I'd rather us look different. Like, somebody's gonna draw the short straw on not looking as good for a tier. But like, as long as the mythic version of that set or the elite version of that set looks better, as long as it has extra bits, extra cool stuff to show off, it's saved. And I think we just have to wait and see. Favorite dagger transmog? I would say right now like the Sylvanas daggers, but a lot of the artifact weapon daggers what I like. Title for next vid, Demon Hunter is Slenderman, Mythic set for DK is Slender or Riot. Make set to make DH Slender or Riot. I'll try it, dude. I'll try it, Atho. I will try it, my guy. I will try very, very hard at it when I get to it. But yeah, I think a lot of people just forgot how tier sets work. And it's like, at first you're like, man, I just wanted my class to have the coolest tier set. It's like, I get you. I agree with you. But I don't think it's going to be as easy to do. Because I don't think in history they've ever been able to get so that everyone's tier set just looks like amazingly insane. Like somebody draws a short straw. But we get variety. And I really do think this is the first comeback with them getting back to the tier sets. This is a decent look. That's just my opinion though, you know? Again, maybe there'll be some adjustments. Maybe they'll make him a little bit better. Maybe like some of those Shaman Mogs that look weird on Zenda will look much better on Orc, which is where majority of people that play Shaman are. I think on a Horde, they'll play Troll, Tauren, Orc, that kind of hunched over look. Just gotta bring back some class identity. That's the most important part. Like, besides the actual looks, the one thing I really care about is the class identity, but also the tier set bonuses themselves, how they will augment class abilities, not covenant abilities. Like, I was kind of hoping that, okay, someone's gonna look bad. I hope it's rogues. So then we will just have only rogues complaining, and as a rogue, you can be like, you know what? I don't give a damn how much that looks like. It's gonna give me more class identity. I'm gonna look different than everybody else. One, even if I look like a trash can. And we did spend like tiers where we looked like trash cans back to back. But it just also gives us the 2-piece and a 4-piece bonus. That's the most important part. I can literally look like a clown that just ran away from a circus. As long as I get my 2-piece, 4-piece set bonus, that's the only part that matters to me. Now they just need to give me back my class hall from Legion in 10.0. I don't know if they'll do class halls in Legion, but it'd be cool if they find a way to make class halls usable by max level characters. Like if you still could do stuff with your class hall from time to time. How Demon Hunter is the spec in the game changer of mine, there you. Really? You think so? I don't know. They've gotten through ups and downs and changes. I feel like in Shadowlands, they still have that simple builder spender playstyle, but the way you can build a Demon Hunter has definitely changed, and the covenant abilities and soulbinds definitely do change it up a little. I don't think that we're trying to make the most complicated class in the game, and I think we want to keep it mostly simple because a lot of people enjoy that. There should be PvP sets and specific classes, right? Every plate, mail, etc. look the same. Yeah, I agree with that. Eventually, I think hopefully they'll go. You know what? Let's just start with tier sets coming back. Even if we get like a tier set, like Rogue rating set and Rogue PvP set, or just recolors, it's a start. We go back to tier sets. Eventually, if you can get one Rogue rating set and a Rogue PvP set to look different, then we'll get there eventually. But let's just start baby steps. Let him make some tier sets. Because I talked to a guy that actually does art for Blizzard. Either does or used to. But he said that it actually takes a lot of time to make tier sets like deluxe. It's not as easy to just sit there and map them out and just do them. Put them on paper. But you also need to have the knowledge to be able to find a way to take that picture you just drew and incorporate it into a video game. Model it, shape it, color scheme it, try to see how it fits on a character. Find a way how it would sit on multiple different characters like trolls, Tauren, human, night elf, goblins. Like all of them are different body shapes and proportions and sizes. You got to make sure all of it fits. So you usually will have artists work on one set and they got to make it from the concept into the game within a short bit of time. So you look at the people that need to create all these sets to all look unique, inspired by the raids. that's not gonna, like, some of them are gonna be hit or miss. You have the artist vision that makes something, you like it or you don't. They had a vision, they wanted to put it, they put the time, the hours, and the manpower to create it, put it in the game to make it a reality, and then you're just there to like, I like it, or like, oh, it's garbage. When they spend hours and hours and days making this thing. Like, if it was as easy for them to just press like a button on the keyboard, it randomizes a set with like AI learning for something to look badass while also keeping it mage-like or druid-like or rogue-like, and then it just like pops into the game, they would, dude. They would keep spamming the random button until they see something they like. And they'll just keep doing it. It literally takes them like, it really takes some time. So I do have appreciation for like the art team at Blizzard, dude. They literally carry the game, and I don't know, like it actually takes so much more time than people imagine to like make the actual tier set and implement it. So if you want to get like a 1 rating tier set, 1 PvP tier set, that's even more effort, dude. And I used to take this stuff for granted. I used to make videos of like, why can't we just have all these different looks? Why do we have to get recolors? I used to make videos and stuff like that, dude. And then I learned, I was like, damn, I just didn't know. It's quite straightforward as well. Yeah, I think you'll like it. As a rogue, you still use class hall for black market. I guess so. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, we do have a black market auction house there. That's true. Our friend thinks we could get another class the next expansion, dude. It's been 4 or 5 years and Demon Hunter was introduced. So you think it would possibly be agree with him? Yeah, possible. A new class would not be good for the game right now. The current classes are in shambles and should be addressed before we start worrying about having to tune another whole class, let alone design another whole class. You know what? I don't even think balance needs to be there. I just think classes need to be fun. Even if the classes are a little bit disbalanced, as long as classes are fun to play, I feel like that will carry the game forward. I know that everybody talks about balance tuning, but as long as classes are fun and as long as the game is fun, like fun factor needs to be up front, even if the tuning is a little wonky in my opinion. So I feel like they should do a new class, as long as it's a fun class with fun abilities, and they can worry about tuning over time. And as long as they can make all our classes play in a fun ways, then we'll be golden. I know in the end people care about like balance, tunings, all that, but I think fun needs to be a priority. I changed my mind a little bit about that stuff as of recently, like balance tuning. I feel like it's a dragon that Blizzard can chase forever, and I feel like it's very difficult to achieve. Also, like Vengeful Gladiator, Satan Armor set for a priest. Yeah, a lot of the PvP sets from Vengeful were really, really good looking too. The PvE Frost Mage is more easy. Remove tier sets so we can introduce them later in the game and then use resubs. Havoc is a lot harder than you think, my friend. True, true. Well, for tier sets, I think the reason why they did like 4 sets, 1 plate, 1 mail, 1 cloth, 1 leather, is they can save a lot of time and just work and perfect one good set instead of making one in every class. But a lot of people did ask for tier sets for a while. Blizzard has been moving away from tier sets, but the outcry for tier sets has been for a while. I think they said a while ago, before any of the Blizzard stuff started happening in an interview, that tier sets are returning for 9.2. They're planning on bringing back tier sets for 9.2. So it was already in the works. They were like, hey, people want it? Okay, well, we designed the first 2 raids without them. Actually, I don't even know why we didn't have it by the second raid. But they did say a while ago that tier sets are planned to come back in Shadowlands at some point. We were just like, oh, probably towards the tail end. And then said like in a preach interview 9.2 before any of the crap started happening. So it was like, it was a plan. So I don't know. I just believe in that. But it's not fun when you have 2 friends trying to get in keys at Demo Warlock, Red Pally, Survival Hunter, you know? Well, how about you group up with your friends and do a key with your Demo Warlock, Survival Hunter friends? Because that's what I do. I group up with my guildies all the time. I do keys with my guildies. But yeah, if they're trying to pug it, that is something that does need to happen, is a bit more of a balance tuning, or maybe just some kind of utility that a class can bring inside of a dungeon group, where it doesn't matter what spec they are. Like, they can play with respect, the utility they bring is big. What does a monk bring? 5% physical buff. What does a demon hunter bring? 5% magic buff. Priest, stand buff. Mages, intellect buff. Paladins, auras, but only one of them is useful. They could have just do auras a little. I agree with you on that. Blessing of Might would have been nice buff for my team. Yeah, maybe they should bring buffs, or maybe they should find a way. There's 2 ways of going about buff stuff. Either add more buffs in the game, or remove buffs altogether, or allow classes to double up on buffs. So like a monk brings a physical debuff, but so can a rogue, for example. Like a demon hunter brings in a 5% magic debuff, but so could a warlock, right? And then you could just swap out, hey, we need a magic debuff, bring a warlock. You're good, right? It literally wouldn't matter. And warlocks come with warlock hellstones and a port, so like you have stuff to work with. Community potential is discouraged by all those videos and why most people can't even visit plus 20 and won't play with the off-meta classes and 15s and stupid. Yeah, dude, there's what I don't understand is like some of those groups, and they really do exist, and it just perplexes me, but it's crazy. Like there's doing groups that are like doing plus 10s, and they will not take anything unless you're a Guardian Druid, Night Fae, big Lego, Incarn build, and a Holy Paladin healer, and like a Rogue, a Monk, and a Mage for DPS, or like a Venti Boomkin. Like there's people that do 10s that will take nothing but the meta. And like when we do keys, we're literally like, oh, is that a priest? Snag him. Oh, is that a priest? Let's do it. A Death Knight? Get in here immediately. Oh, you want to play Frost? Sure thing. Oh, what is this? What's a bad healer right now? There's no bad healer. Monk? Grab him in. Dude, that's what we do all the time. We time 15, like 15s or so. It just, I feel like a lot of people just want to, like, yes, you can just take whoever, or you can just take the best of the best of the best. And in one, you have a potential to waste time. On the other, you don't. I don't know. I feel like we somehow became all about chasing the meta. Everybody became about chasing the meta. Even there's a lot of people that are like, I don't like the meta. But then it's like when it comes to them doing keys, they will only take the meta classes. And it's like, we say we don't want the meta, but then we go to the game and we play the meta. We need to say we don't want the meta and then play non-meta. That's why I tell people all the time, like, just play whatever class covenant you like, because you're probably gonna do better at it because you'll have more fun with it, you'll be more engaged with it, and you'll probably improve it faster than if you play the meta one but you don't like it. Like, that's what I was telling him in my guilty. He was trying to play Demonology, he got a Warlock up and running, he's trying to do some keys of Demonology, and he's complaining about it the whole time. I was like, dude, why would you play Demonology? Just play Destro. You'll have a lot more fun, you'll probably perform better, you'll probably end up maxing out better, you'll have a blast doing it, and honestly, just pick, while you're at it, pick a covenant that you just like. It'll just be better. You'll enjoy it a lot more. You know? Just would have been much better. And that's what I tell people all the time, like, yes, you could play meta, but like, or you can just play whatever you like. And again, like we see us all the time, we do keys in our alts, or Survival Hunter, get into 15s every time. We either run my key or we just sign up and get into keys. Is it going to be immediately take from every single key? Unlikely. But do we get in? Regularly. And now we don't have Red IO to like say, oh, this character has low IO, but his main has like a really good Mythic Plus score. Nobody uses Red IO anymore, so it's like, you don't get to see it. I don't get any advantages when I'm getting on my alts. You guys get to see me gear those alts from the start. I try to start with 11s, and eventually get into 12s, and eventually make it to 15s, or just push my keys. And you can just take whoever you want in that group until you get the gear, and then just whatever. Like, we do that on stream all the time. And again, I'm not trying to like push for 20s, I'm just getting 15s done, which is like the bare minimum for gear. Like, you don't need the meta. It's just the meta makes things easier. Does a beefy, just cracked out Windwalker Monk that's a BDB Necrolord Burster make your key easier? Hell yes. Do you need them to get your 15 done on time? Hell no. So it's really up to you. I think it needs to be a bit of a balance. But I think people need to be more open, especially with the fact that you can craft legendaries, then scrap them. You could try different builds, you could try different covenants. There's no like punishment for trying something new anymore. Just try, just play what you like. Dude, I'm literally about to go and swap my Warlock to Ventier and craft the Ventier legendary and have some fun in keys with that. Literally, because I played Night Fame, that thing is boring. Like, it does damage, there's numerical numbers behind it, soul binds everything, but it's boring because the Night Fae ability does not add any gameplay changes at all. That's just a little bit, like, depressing to play. Some second group is going to happen? Unlikely. Yeah, so I think we're Dunsky. What did I have to say? Hard to be useful with Holy Paladins can do the same burst as mine, and it goes to Diva Aura, and it can do a Retribution, which is supposed to reward me when I die. Well, no, Paladin, no, I don't think Paladins are as bad as people say, Atho. I wouldn't agree with that at all. Like a Paladin, if you play around a Paladin's wings, they can literally carry a key. You just gotta play around the 2-minute wings. You pull around the Paladin, and they literally carry your key. Especially in AoE and in single target. I don't agree with that at all. Paladins do exceptional well in Mythic Pluses, like a red. They really do well. Jason, the meta discourages hero crafting. Yeah, I mean, of course you could just, if you don't have a lot of time to research a class or just play someone to work on, to try, just play the meta, play what people tell you is good. But if you have an inkling, even the slightest one to like, oh, everybody tells me subtlety is better, I kind of want to try Assassin. I kind of like bleeds. Do it. Chase it. You're going to have more fun with it. You're going to be more invested in it. Compared to people that try to play sub and they don't like the way the cooldowns line up, but they'll stubbornly keep playing it and they'll stubbornly figure it out. And the whole time they're not having fun because they don't like the design of it, but they'll stubbornly learn how to play it anyway, just because it performs better inside the keys for their 10s. And it's like, bro, just play what you like, play what's more fun. Honestly. Again, I feel like meta really matters. To me, and this is my opinion, it matters if you're trying to go literally world first. If you're literally trying to be rank 1. It really matters if you're trying to be literally rank 1 PvPer. Playing the meta class is probably going to be easier because you want to have the best tools. But a lot of people don't realize that even if you play something that's considered off meta, it doesn't mean that it's just trash can tier, unplayable, bad, never could work out ever. Because they don't realize just how much of a ceiling there is to it. Like, there's usually quite a bit of ceiling going up. You can actually like really find the limit for a while. It takes a while. Nobody ever predicted Rextra could do it before he did it. Yeah. In fact, 99% of people under Q20 don't even play their class like really well. It's the guy who plays off meta but really gets everything out of his class will be more valuable. True. That is actually very true, Silent. That's true. Yeah, a lot of people that do keys, like there's people that are playing like meta class, but they won't play it like 100% perfectly, like masterfully, rotation, like perfectly synergetic cooldowns. They just play it because it's stronger, so they can make mistakes, but then kind of get, I guess the idea would be to get carried by playing the meta. I want to craft legendary from a rogue. Let's see 90k base item for it on age. I'll lose all the will to experiment. Wait, really? What server are you on? What server still has Legos that are 90k, dude? On my server, the prices have dropped dramatically. I'm actually very surprised it's 90k for your server. But also, if you want to try a legendary and try something new, try something different, you don't. I guess you could make a max item of a Lego, but it is only secondary side that you get out of it. Majority, like if you send me a character, the difference between like a, I don't know, rank 4, rank 5, or rank 6 Legos, it's all down to the secondary stats. The biggest gains you're going to have between not having a Lego and having a Lego. Like the effect itself is going to be a majority of it. So you don't, I guess, necessarily need to make it the highest rank unless you really want to. Like a lot of my alts don't even have a maxed out Lego because you don't necessarily need one. Like even I think for like, I mean, maybe if you're like doing Sylvanas and you're like 0.01% off, and then it's like, yeah, probably should up your Lego because any kind of damage will help at that point. If everybody's playing clean and we're still missing Dam, you're probably there missing Link. But I don't know. I feel like if my rogue had rank 3 Legos, we would have been just fine slaying Sylvanas every single week. Like we didn't have the dagger for weeks and weeks, we were still farming Sylvanas. There's no dagger for a while, but still farming her. You'd be surprised just how much gear you really need to do some of the endgame content. Maybe you might need it for like a world 31st, you know, because that's pushing the keys at its highest. But that's an ever scaling. There's no like ceiling to it. That's an ever scaling system, I guess. But yeah, Warlock is walking utility already. Stones, Beheres, Summon, and now Curses. That works even on bosses giving a Magic Debuff. Way to go. Yeah, I think so. I think so. Like if they were to, let's say, find a way to like, hey, Windwalker can provide that, or Monks can provide that damage buff for 5% more dam, but so can a Survival Hunter. Hey, Survival Hunters that became more useful. So because you could double up on a buff. You could have one class or the other. I think it works out really well. Hey, Beats Accent Reverence. Yo, what up? What up? Send B tag. Yo, what's your B tag? I'll add your reverence. There you are. Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, let me find you real quick. Let me put a note. Otherwise, I won't be able to reverence the demo lock. God. 5V5 duels. Let's do that. Let's do that. I feel like I'll be able to remember that a little bit better. Put notes for everybody just so I know who's him. How do you think people will, how high do you think it will push the Min Plus to in 915? I mean, 15s right now is the minimum for gear, but I think you could push for like what? We got 30s done. So I think you're going to get like 31, 32 maybe. By the next patch with double Legos is definitely going to be out of control, depending how they do the scaling too. Prices drop for some, then someone flipped them. There's no fun trying half quality ones especially for a main. It just feels bad to not being able to try the best one. I mean, again, the best one doesn't make the Lego better, just secondary stats, but yeah, I think we could just go back and forth in that forever. So I'm not gonna try to argue. I understand why people care about just being able to play with the best. Did I save that last one? Duel with a chill big 1v5 slammer jammer? Well, now I did if I didn't before. Alrighty, boys. Fun hanging out with all y'all. We're around 30s now. Yeah, 32, 30, well, 31, 32 I think would be my, I think, tip. The tippity top for now. I would say people would say now no, and as soon as they're in a group, they just keep failing mechanics. Bro, Silent, were you guys there for that one Sanguine Depths on my Frost DK where we picked up this big orange score, massive like 2800 score pumper paladin who played as a ret and only did 5.5k DPS? Like, that guy was failing every mechanic as a DPS. He has such a high score as a tank, but he was running into every mechanic and doing like absolutely zero damage. We literally had to carry that group. And we had, I think, somebody else that also was I think a Woodwalker monk who was struggling in damage as well. We literally had to carry the group and we couldn't time it. It was actually kind of crazy. Like, just because there's item level, it does not mean somebody is like insane. It generally means that somebody is. But yeah, like, mechanical skill cannot be replaced by item level. Like, I think in Legion, if you had high enough health, you could literally stand in mechanics and you'll be fine because the health numbers were so high. And you could make a mistake and just like not move and not get an interrupted cast and you're fine. But in Shadowlands, gear does help a ton. But it's not going to make you just immune. We could just ignore the mechanics completely. I do currently helping a friend who is 200 on the hunter and more than 242 BM hunter. The BM does not use multi-shot. Yeah, what is going on, man? Like, some people out there don't, like, what is going on? Seriously. What is going on, man? What is with these groups? This makes no sense at all. Like, how did the guy get 242? Bro, I mean, sometimes I feel like I am like that Beastmaster Hunter when I'm trying to get my ults up and running. Like with the arms where I felt like I was struggling doing AoE damage. But I've been doing a little bit of practice, hitting train dummies, trying stuff out, trying some damaging keys. But I think I more or less figured out a way to do good damn. But I want to try the whirlwind build. That's going to be pretty great. Don't drink it, WoW? Yeah, maybe. Maybe that's what it is, dude. Maybe the guy's just vibing. And we just soured his vibe at that point. Yeah, we can't see. I don't know about the prices at that point, my guy. I think looking for ways to get gold, or maybe even crafting legendaries yourself, might not be a bad investment. Because if you can just craft them yourself, like the stones, like the actual items to craft Legos, maybe you could just start crafting Legos. Maybe it won't be super expensive. I don't really know what the process is of crafting Legos and get them to higher ranks, but maybe that would be a way to do it. Those guys in WoW are really not that hard. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think a Pharaoh is like the only different class in the game right now. Like, Pharaoh is the only one that's like, oh, if you make one mistake, your damage is out of the window, dog. You're done. At least in PvE. Yeah, I feel like it's fair to say in PvE, because in PvP it is a little bit of a different beast. Some are easier in PvP than they are in PvE. But yeah, I feel in that though. Anyway, boys, we're gonna call it here. Thank you so much for coming by. Sorry for taking so much of your time to just chat with the chat, but I like hanging out with you guys. I like chatting with all of you. Duels were very, very fun. Thank you, guys. Anyone talk? So, Juke, my man. There you are. Thank you, boys, so much for hanging out. Appreciate all of you. You guys are wonderful, beautiful. Always fun hanging out with all of you. I'll be hanging out on Discord if you guys want to reach me. Otherwise, yeah, I don't know what to do. I got my renown to 80 on my rogue for Night Fae. My rogue is maxed out on renown for all 4 covenants. I'm done. Go to bed? Might not be a bad idea, dude. Might not be a bad idea. I don't see online for 4 hours to go to bed. I gotta get some work done on a vid. Maybe I'll do that, but then I'll chill tonight. I'll definitely chill tonight. Thank you, boys, so much for going by. Appreciate all of you. You guys are wonderful, beautiful. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. We'll coming back Monday, getting some old stuff. I don't have a lot of olds left over. I might have 1 or 2. I don't have too many olds left over. But yeah, thank you all. You guys are wonderful, beautiful. Always fun hanging out with all of you. See you guys Monday for the reset. Tuesday for boxes. Maybe we'll get some 9-2 stuff on PTR. Maybe like some Wowhead stuff. Like, hey, PTR next week. Also, we're supposed to be getting the anniversary event, right? Next week. Yeah. 15th anniversary starts November 15th, Monday. So that'll be interesting. Maybe we'll make a Tuesday video of everything there is to do for the WoW anniversary. Maybe we'll do that. 17 years, dude. Also, big XP boost with a 70% buff. Big XP boost. Does that overlap with Darkman Fair? It does for like a day, but not by much. Not by much. So that's a bit unfortunate. But yeah, thank you, boys. You guys are wonderful, beautiful. I'll see you guys all next stream already. Have a wonderful day. Peace.
For you.